Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, everybody, from Talking Heads right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. See you in the new year.
The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
We're back at you on the Sunday, December 21st edition of the Press Box. And of course, it's yours truly, Naughty, along with Earl the Pearl, Starboy in the building. We'll be joined later by Clint Johnson. And of course, Meg will be back in the new year, doing big things each and every Sunday. But this is the last Press Box for 2025. Next week, you know how the thing go. we'll be on a holiday.
Christmas and New Year's.
We'll be throwing down plate after plate. So, no next week, and then the following week, we'll be right back at you.
Cup after cup.
There you go. This is the Press Box, though, all brought to you, of course, by The Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and, of course, Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. And don't forget, you can still win an all-expense-paid trip to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, California, courtesy of the Island Game with their big Final Push promotion. Still got a chance to get registered for that. All right, for more information, simply log on to theislandgame.com. And the game, the friends you trust, and the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly. Also being brought to you by Margaritaville, by Green Parrot and Margaritaville PI. Don't forget, both locations hooking it up for you. They're going to have the Christmas menus, the plates, as well as the New Year's going on. All right, and check them out on their New Year's festivities on both locations. Two great programs lined up for New Year's at Green Parrot and Margaritaville PI. And, of course, Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. You can win all season long simply by purchasing Bud Light at your favorite Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location. All right, and Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. And don't forget, we still got giveaways as well. Did some this week, and when we get back on air, we got some New Year's giveaways as well for you right here on the Press Box.
Super.
So yeah, the Bud Light's been getting around, and we got lots to talk about.
Bud
Light. Let's jump in first and foremost. We'll get into the NFL in the 12 o'clock hour. We'll have your AFC report brought to you by Green Parrot, your NFC report brought to you, of course, by Margaritaville PI, and our Pro Picks, our Pigskin Picks, brought to you by the Island Game. But before we get to that, we still got to talk some NBA. We got to talk some Major League Baseball offseason.
Oh, yeah.
And the most important thing that we have to talk about, kicking things off, is NCAA college football. And all I'm going to say is...
NCAA?
NCAA.
A, you said.
NCAA.
A.
You
added another A.
I thought I was talking about batteries. It's that time
I
of
like
year.
that. That's good. That's good. That's good.
That time of year.
That's good. First of all, before we go any further, Naughty, how you feeling, man? Because, callers were concerned. Listeners were calling in and asking.
I will tell you, there is a form of creeping crud going around.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but this time of year, always something in the air. People hailing up and slapping five and in close proximity,
That's
sharpening.
why you keep your hand sanitizer.
So it's still actually, to me, I would implore that people exercise your COVID protocols, sanitize, keep your distance. Yeah, that's why I'll hear people from a distance. You look a little sickly coming here. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Nice
Good to see you,
Thank
bro.
you,
Yeah, man. All right. Hold on.
Dops and walk off.
So, yeah, but it is going around. A combination of that cold, flu, it sounds like the NyQuil commercial. That sniffly, sneezy, cold,
I was like that last
fever,
week. Yeah.
runny eyes, runny nose, can't sleep, crud.
Nothing much to stop me from sleeping, so let's don't go there.
But I'll tell you, what made me feel better and put me on the road to recovery, I look through these college school, and ball month is upon us, Bertie. pretty much until January 2nd before even the playoffs crank
Man,
up.
listen, there's some good games. This already started.
Washington blew out Boise State on the 13th. I didn't see that coming. I figured Washington was going to win that game. I didn't see the 38-10
Yeah.
blowout. But what you college football fans have to take into consideration, and well, not really the college football fans, you all know this already, but fringe college football fans and fringe college football bettors, please take into consideration this time of year. There's something called the transfer portal.
Yes.
And a team that you might have watched 2 weeks ago with talented stud busters all over the place has now been decimated by the transfer portal.
See, and I have
because-
a problem
the
with that.
same.
I think the
Because-
transfer portal should not open until after all the bowl games.
And
I agree.
don't forget, you also have a plethora of pro athletes. When I mean pro athletes, pro prospects with the potential draft to be drafted in the next NFL
They don't wanna
draft.
get hurt.
They're skipping out and not playing because
It's
they don't
not
want to get hurt.
fair. I understand you don't want to get hurt, but you know you can get hurt in training camp.
And that's the problem. I've seen it so many years. I mean, I'll give you a perfect example. A couple of years ago, I did my research on a certain game with a certain team we can talk about in short order because I got plenty to say about them.
Mm-hmm.
And out of nowhere, all week long, it was these players are going to play, these players are going to play, these players are going to play. And then out of nowhere, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Chris Olave, and the next receiver didn't play. The
Yeah.
running back didn't play. The defense was depleted. And they got beat by a scrubby team. Now,
Yeah.
they weren't, now it wasn't to the level of where they're at now, knocking on the door of a national championship.
Yeah.
Second
But
in
it
a
was
row.
still, okay, how did this team come and beat Ohio State?
Yeah.
And when you looked at it, the majority of their players, as they were going in the draft, and some hit the transfer portal. If you build, this is where I think it's unfair, and the influence that ESPN, with their affiliation with sports betting now,
Uh-huh.
is taking a toll. Sports betting was working fine, minus prior to ESPN's arrival.
Yeah.
Now with ESPN's arrival, you start to see more things like this play into the outcome of a game.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Ibuka or Jackson Smith and Jigba a year ahead. I got to know them because they were replacements and they were studs in the game.
Yeah.
When given their opportunity. Marvin Harrison Jr. was another
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. But the thing is, if you're taking that NIL money, in that contract you say you finish the season. If not, don't take the NIL because you got some quarterbacks, some second tier quarterbacks, and I call them coming out next year. Take that NIL money, you should play.
I agree.
I look at Patrick Mahomes, want to be Dylan Raiola, running around trying to
And he's
get
going
somebody
to
to tear his
transfer
ACL
portal.
for him so he can be exactly like Pat
Because
Mahomes.
I've never seen anything like that.
But apparently Texas Tech wasn't interested, and he like, dude, you played well at Nebraska, stayed in Nebraska. They already got you in a conversation of potentially being drafted
Yeah.
because of your imitation of Pat Mahomes.
For real.
You're a decent quarterback. You're not the star. You're not a generational talent. You shouldn't be occupying the headlines right now. The portal shouldn't be occupying the headlines.
Yeah, it shouldn't be at all.
They need to do better with that. But like I said, Washington beat Boise State 38-10. That was on the 13th, on Saturday. Then on the 16th, Tuesday, Jacksonville State took care of Troy 17-13. Troy didn't see that one coming. That was more of a surprise than anything. Here was one that a lot of people didn't see coming, but I was a winner chicken dinner on there. And the staff DNA Cure Bowl, Old Dominion. Nobody saw them coming over South
Over
Florida.
South Florida and by 14.
I did not
And
see
by
that.
14.
I did not see that. And I probably South Florida probably dropped one or two players, man. Into that.
Correct. And that made it easier for me to go with Old Dominion.
Yeah. So now you got to study that.
Delaware was another one in the 68 Ventures Bowl. Delaware won 20-13. Louisiana came in with a coming from a tougher conference. Delaware came in with a better record from a lower conference. And the Blue Hens. How could you lose to a team called the Blue Hens?
I could do so much with that right now.
Boy, I tell you.
Don't do it.
Thank God you don't wait for. Thank God there's no more Chokers. Why? Because you really could do plenty with that.
Man, I done had one that I trying to stop from coming up my mouth right now.
Hold it. Leave it right there.
And it take me to certain constituency in the
radio.
East.
Gotta leave that.
Oh my God.
And I ain't even going there. I just can leave it.
And a certain body dropping the yellow and going to blue. Oh, my God.
Lord.
Look at the-
Stop.
You made me do it, Daddy. You made me do it.
Stop.
I hear some people who just blew they didn't get no 100% Angus hot dog.
I'm leaving that, Daddy. I'm not going there.
Arkansas State took care of Missouri in the Xbox Bowl, 34-28.
Xbox Bowl.
Yeah, in the Missouri State, Arkansas State, Missouri State. Yeah, I didn't even.
Yeah, Xbox Bowl. That's when you know.
You know, Naughty, you maybe do this. They're going from the Angus beef to the hot chocolate with sprinkles yesterday.
See, y'all need to stop. Texas, y'all don't need to encourage me. Naughty and Pearly, that is a golden hen in that constituency you're talking about. Not blue, golden.
Golden hand.
So Naughty,
Stop, Texas, you're supposed to stop enabling me, you know.
You're wrong, man. You're
You all
wrong.
need to stop. I've been on record and say I enjoy retirement from Joker's Vat. I love it. I'm happily retired. You know what I mean? I've walked away. I look back like Jordan in
even
Utah.
Tom Brady talking about coming back now.
Like
So
Jordan
I mean,
in
you know.
Utah with just standing there with the image.
Two goats
Even
coming
Brady
back.
talking about coming back.
Two
So why
goats
does
coming
Goat can't come back, man?
Oh boy, I tell you.
I don't
ain't
think
gonna
Brady
lie.
can unretire though, because since he's the owner of the Raiders, I don't think he can unretire.
Yeah, he got issues there now. But yeah, Texter, y'all, boy, look here, y'all on the ball this
On the
morning.
roll, man.
Now here's a couple from yesterday, from the 19th that made me scratch my head. NC State 31-7 over Memphis. Memphis was definitely defeated by transfer portal transfers and a couple of two players that said no, we opt in for the NFL.
Yeah, because Memphis put up plenty of numbers.
Western Michigan and Kennesaw State in that Myrtle Beach Bowl, 41-6.
I used to like that. That one, I didn't know it was gonna be that big.
Kennesaw State had a decent season going on.
They
but,
did.
But that's just two conferences right there
Yeah.
where Western Michigan was far superior.
2 10-1 teams and they destroyed them.
Now,
This game blew me out the
now
water.
here's the one I'm going to get to. Now, you can't tell me, and I just mentioned it earlier, you cannot say that ESPN Bet and some of these other FanDuel and so on are not having an outcome on these games or an influence on these games. Maybe not the outcome, but the influence.
Oh, I think I know this one. You're gonna
Because I still can't figure out how Oklahoma jumped up
Yeah.
17-0 on Alabama
in the first half, mind you.
and loses 34
The
to
referees
24.
took that game out of Oklahoma's hands. I saw at least 4 or 5
That's my
different
point.
offsides.
That's my point, Pearly. You could expand on it, but that speaks to having influence on the game.
I saw some pass interference that Alabama. Alabama got away with
Murder.
murder
They
in that
did.
game. And Oklahoma
win
have a
by
right to be
10-2.
upset about it. The referees took that game out of Oklahoma's hand.
But people will always say up 17, you got to close it out. To go
No,
on a
you gotta
34
close it out, but
because
no,
to
but-
let them go on a 34-7 run was like.
Yeah, but you had some
I know
clutch calls, some third down,
the refs
clutch penalties,
stole
some
momentum
clutch.
from them
Yes,
during the game. That's what
yes.
I'm saying. I agree with you. I'm saying.
Yes.
I'm saying.
All right.
It's a combination about those factors. That's what I'm saying.
That brought us to the Saturday games. This was an entertaining game. The number 12 James Madison squad against the number 5 Oregon squad.
Plenty points.
That was an entity. If you like a lot of points in a shootout, that was
the
an
type of
excellent
game.
game.
Yeah, but you know something? This right here shows me that some conferences are too weak to have an automatic bid in the tournament. I guess they do it for the basketball tournament, but there's no reason why James Madison, and granted they won their conference, should be in there over Notre Dame. There's no reason they should be over there and they're over a couple other teams that didn't make it. BYU.
So are you saying that there's a flaw in the system? Because I think they got it right. Because when I play you head to head and I pop you in the mouth, if it comes down to me or you, since I popped you in the mouth, I get to go.
No, I understand
That's
that.
valid,
No,
but
see,
there's
no,
still
you go in there,
plenty
you
of
go in
flaws.
there,
I see what
understand.
you're
Like I keep
doing.
saying, this was not about the University of Miami and Notre Dame.
No, it's
But I'm making it about the
I know you are.
Notre Dame.
But there's plenty of flaws with the committee and the voting and all that too.
Yeah, but
because
when you
even
look at
still with
Tulane-
12
No, but
points-
I give you this point. You know, I like to follow college football during the college football season.
Yeah.
College football is very good to me.
Yes.
I won plenty times with that James Madison squad because of the conference that they came from.
yes.
They were dominant in that conference.
Yes, they were.
They played, they actually, if you look back, they were very dominant against who they played. But check this out. Look who's in their conference. Appalachian State. They
Well,
won 58-10.
Yeah.
Washington State, they won 24-20. That's legit. They beat
Washington State always
bigger
has
score.
a pretty decent team.
Coastal Carolina, they beat 59-10.
Oh, goodness.
they produce NFL
Troy-
talent, but they're not.
Troy, they took care of, and Troy was a good team.
Troy
They played
usually has a
bowl
pretty
game.
decent team.
They took care of them 31-14, okay? Then you look at some of these other scores they had. The only really heavy loss they had was against Louisville. They lost 28-14.
And Louisville ain't that.
They beat Liberty, which was a good school in their
Liberty's
conference.
plenty points.
They beat Georgia Southern, who's good in their conference, but not,
No.
automatic bid.
No.
They beat Georgia State, which is conference.
No.
They beat Louisiana, that was also bowl eligible. and they lost, and they beat Old Dominion 63-27.
Yeah, but look, they ranked 24th.
Right, they came in. I'm just letting you know some of the teams they beat in their conference: Marshall, Washington State, Coastal Carolina, Troy. That conference is not jump off the page.
Marshall are usually the winner. Marshall has a lot of conference titles.
So I think James Madison came in with a nice 11-1 record, a very pretty record. But the level of competition was their undoing because they played obviously weaker competition. And
exactly, but they're only there because their conference get an automatic bid.
Correct.
And while granted, schools get automatic bids in the NCAA basketball tournament, I get.
But a conference like that, in my opinion, shouldn't get an automatic bid because if you look at the trash that is in that division, it's horrible. It's like fantasy football. I really have a problem, and even though our league has allowed it every year, notice there's a particular individual in the playoffs. Ain't have no reason being in the playoffs.
I mean, that's 7-7 do it?
But because of a division.
Are you about to get to the championship?
I ain't talking about you.
Oh, okay.
In that
Right.
one. Because you actually was better. You was the fourth seed at 7-7. So
Yeah.
But there was
I guess some people bought it.
I was in a division in another league, and Clint could testify to this. And the dude got Clint on the ropes today in the playoffs. His division was garbage, Dog 90. And guess what? The division's name? Cat 90 and Dog 90. That's what the division's name. And in that dog division, he lived up to it. He finished 6-8 and won. But he made the playoffs, and last week got lucky and beat a 10-4 team.
Yep. I did the same.
That's
what
I did the same thing in the league. I finished 7-7 and beat, I think, 11-3 or 10.
And you did a great job at that.
I sure did.
You did a hell of a job
and
at
I'm
that.
doing a good job this week too.
Against who?
Against the guy who I'm beating up on now.
But get it out of your system by next week.
I'm not.
Because next week, if things go right, you all will be hearing from the 3-time reigning and back-to-back undisputed three-time.
You see why I got to beat him? You see why I got to beat him?
Only 3-time champion
I
in
got
the
to get
history.
past today. If I get past today, him
In
and
the
I
history
next
of the
week.
Press Box League, the only man to ever sip from the golden goblet 3 times. Not 1, not 2, but 3 times. I'm like Booker T. You got to say it in 3 times. That's how it's going to be. And I could come in here and do the spinneroni on the table. And if things go well, in Clint's league, if things match up how it's supposed to go today for me and Clint,
and you buck him next
then
week.
we will have me and Clint next week.
In the championship.
And I'll have a chance to win back not only my wings, but the belt and the championship for that. And I'm telling you, that team is charmed. And I'll tell you why. Because Jamar Gibbs is on that team. And Jamar Gibbs is the facilitator of me in another league. Taking that trophy, shining it up real nice, and say, I'm out of this Bush league. I'm tired of winning back-to-back. And lo and behold, in Clint's league this year, who followed me? Who's on my team? My good luck talisman.
Okay.
Jameer, I win naughty fantasy football championships multiple times.
You know who's 11 in my league?
Gibb.
Nakpuka.
His brother need to stop stealing cars. That's what his brother needs to
That's
stop
right.
doing.
From the
53
Lakers.
points. I'm very happy.
Yeah, he had himself a game on Thursday. He had himself.
And
an
Saquon
outstanding
did
game.
pretty well for me yesterday, too.
So
He played good.
We get into the NFL, but we'll talk about it in a minute.
Yeah.
Back to the college. Ole Miss 41-10 over Tulane. I saw that. Tulane is a good team in their conference, but I think Ole Miss was definitely better than them. And you see the difference with the Ole Miss score. Ole Miss didn't have a bunch of players in the transfer portal.
Kept their players.
It was minimal. They kept a lot of players.
Despite,
Yeah.
Because they're who lost Lane Kiffin, correct?
Correct.
Lane Kiffin left from them to go to LSU.
You get $250,000 just for that win yesterday.
Yeah, but that's crazy.
Yeah, but Lane Kiffin about to get buku bucks.
Yeah, he would get
And
paid.
LSU. But I mean,
all right.
But that's very impressive
Let's get this
Ole
call
Miss.
in, and then we got a particular game that we got to talk about from yesterday that's going to segue everything. Talking heads. I mean, Press Box. My apologies, Press Box.
Good afternoon to the number one sports talk show on this side of heaven.
What's going on, Mr.
Amen, my brother.
Good
What's happening?
afternoon, Naughty, Pearly, Stat Boy, Clint. How y'all doing? How y'all
Doing good, man.
God
How
is
about
good.
you?
God is good.
God is good.
Amen. Naughty, how you doing, man? You back? You
I'm
sounding good.
I'm feeling a lot better. Back in the saddle, and
Good to hear you back. Good to hear you back, man.
I appreciate being back.
He even looks a lot better too.
You look better. You sound good. You sound naughty.
MJ taking good care of me, man.
She got him. I think she got him that crab soup you were talking
You got the
about.
crab soup?
Yeah, it was soup. It was definitely soup. It wasn't a remedy that Earl keeps trying for me to use
Was it
involving a
me?
cat and lime and
No.
tequila and salt.
But I was on target.
He
At least
called
they
and said
get
you
the
needed
soup,
some
eh?
crab soup, and he described it, and he caught me off guard because I was like, no, it's supposed to be chicken noodle. He said,
Shout out,
listen,
And I'll tell you the one-
Shout out to MJ.
I'll tell you though, MJ, and she'll talk more about it on Monday when we're on. But MJ was like, "Come on, man, let's get you out of the house, get you some fresh air. Let's go to Carnival on PI. They got some nice soup and different things." And I went there, and MJ
But that's
MJ
good,
must
you know,
know
you
that
know,
that fisherman's chowder. Let me tell you though, that had octopus, that had squid, that had conch, that had lobster, that had all of that in there. That had shrimp. Man, that was off the chain, man, off the chain.
octopus.
Well, that's awesome. You know, they
Done
sit
down in the
behind
soup,
every-
man. Probably done down in the soup, and trust me when I tell you, it tastes just like conch the way they had it. Soft and tender and chewy. It was off the chain.
Well, they say behind every good man is a good woman.
But MJ ain't behind me. She's right on the side of me, and most times she in front of me, bro. I don't never keep her
Well, you
behind me.
good.
That's draconian.
Listen, you good. Happy wife, happy life. You good.
My
that's
brother.
right. That's right. Well, anyway, Naughty.
Yes, sir.
So y'all out.
Yeah, but now mystery.
Philadelphia toast y'all last night.
Let me address this now. Let me address this.
Here we go.
I told you all weeks ago. The moves Dallas made this year were not predicated on this year. They were predicated on next year, the year after. However, if we had any benefits from the trade, it could actually spin into us qualifying for the playoffs due to the fact that there was no winner in the NFC East for 23 years.
No
We sh-
back-to-back winner.
Yeah, we shot ourselves in the foot last week. Well, actually against Detroit. When we had a chance to beat Detroit, we shot ourselves in the foot. Then we turned around and we shot ourselves in the foot afterwards too. That's not the direction we need to go. So at the end of the day, being a realist, the offense, yeah, in the playoffs would have put up some points. That defense, one and done. We can't beat anybody with that defense. So yeah, it was fun to talk smack and entertain you all and tell you all, oh, the Cowboys possibly can make the playoffs this week because that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm not going to sit here and say,
Spin doctor.
I'm not going to
But,
sit
you
here.
know,
I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, we're gonna we stink, we're dead in the water. I'm going to look at the options and the optimism that is there.
Well,
But
I
once
could
it's
al-
out the window, I could return to the fact and I could return to the reservation and say, Dallas is not going to be a good team until they improve the defense. Now,
No.
That's a fact.
What about the quarterback?
No, Doc leading in
Mystery.
plenty stats
I am
in the
convinced
NFL.
that Dak Prescott had relations with your girl and your sweetheart in the past life. So I'm not even worried. You are
What
obscure.
naughty talking about? Wait, Mr. You problem. What naughty talking about? Girl and sweetheart?
you
Who's
know-
I?
You have
No.
a severe obsession with Dak Prescott
And Tua.
and Tua. You hate on them the same way I hate on LeBron.
and
So I
that's
can
for 2
respect
years
you.
in a
Hold
row.
on.
That's for
I can
2 years in a
respect.
row.
I can respect your level of hate. But then when I
And
look
that's
at
two-
it,
and Naughty, that's 2 years in a row. You remember?
but
Dak
hold
Prescott
on,
and
mystery.
Tua.
This is where it separates the difference between me and you when it comes to being a hater.
Go ahead.
I have my reasons, which I have put out in front. That hey, this why I have issues with LeBron.
Listen,
I look at
honestly
you.
speaking-
Hold on. I look at you, and I see, wow, these aren't the best two quarterbacks in the league. They up there. But what is Mystery's obsession?
I'll tell you what.
I believe Mystery, no offense, and I'm just going to put it out there. I personally don't believe it because I know you support me and I know you support the show. But I believe light-skinned brothers just run you hot, man. I believe you got issues with light-skinned brothers. Dark and
no.
what's going on, man?
No. You have to understand. Me, as a man who follows sports, you must understand that I too have my right to critique the players who I don't feel
Certainly.
are fulfilling. Who are fulfilling the promises that the fans are expecting of them.
You
And
certainly
when I
do.
when I look at Tua and Dak Prescott, I believe because of their play style, I believe that they are overrated. Honestly speaking, they're overrated. These guys are supposed to be up there. You understand?
Let me-
And they
let me ask you
always
something,
choke,
Mystery.
and they always choke at a particular part of the season. They always choke.
Who do you think of the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL?
Let's hear this.
The top 3?
Yeah.
Well, Patrick Mahomes is down, so I believe.
No, I mean I'm not talking how the injured or not. That's who you think. Taking all things off the table, who you think the top 3? Don't worry about who's injured. Let's talk about who you think is the top 3 NFL quarterback.
Patrick Mahomes Herbert and you got Jalen Hurts.
Stop. I got that. You just said Pat Mahomes, Herbert
sir.
from the Chargers, and
Yes.
Jalen Hurts. Stop. I just want to let you know that
You know I set you up, right?
thank
Mystery?
you. Perfect. Man, listen here. Mystery. You talk about Herbert. You mean the number 12 rated quarterback with 3,191 passing
That's
yards?
okay. That- you
Hold on.
see,
Stop.
actually-
Listen to him,
No,
Mystery.
no
Listen to
mystery.
him.
No mystery. Now,
Listen to him now.
You can't let
Number
me-
12 behind who?
No, number 12. Now, that's number 12 in front of number 13, who happens to be Jalen Hurts.
So who, where
3,000
Dak rated?
No, wait, but I called an awful all the names in. And who was the other one?
Mahomes.
3,587 yards at number 5.
Dak Prescott.
Number 2 overall behind Matthew Stafford. And who will pass Matthew Stafford
But I
today?
ain't finished
Because
yet.
Matthew Stafford played on Thursday
ain't
night.
finished yet.
It's
No,
the-
I only asked for 3 from you,
it's
Mystery.
Dakota Rain freaking Prescott with 3,931 passing yards, 26 TDs, and 10 interceptions. Number 2 rated overall.
Herbert hasn't had a season where he's been better than
That's why I can't allow you to talk about Dak in the same breath that you talk about Tua.
But I ain't finished yet.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
You asked
Mystery.
he asked me who do I think, but I wasn't finished.
Go ahead.
You
Go ahead,
understand?
go ahead.
I wasn't finished.
Pardon
so
us.
seeing that you gone off an answer for me, that's fine with me. But as of now, right now, how it looks right now, well, definitely Matthew Stafford, but I like how Drake May playing ball. He young, he new, and I like how Drake May is playing.
But he folded last week.
So fully healthy
Huh?
Lamar
He
and
folded last week against Buffalo.
So
That's okay. Mistakes happen.
Mystery
Look
fully
what happened to Dak Prescott.
It wasn't Dak Prescott with a lot that cost Dallas the lose. The defense got swept, got
He's
stumped.
the leader.
No, but
he's
see,
the
Mystery,
leader.
what you all got to understand.
You
See,
can't do it that way though.
listen
You
to me,
can't
Mystery.
do it.
I see your argument and I understand that. But football is a team sport. You think Patrick Mahomes, last year Patrick Mahomes made it to the championships because of Chris last
Chris
name, eh?
Jones.
Because of Chris Jones.
That
Their
defense,
defense stepped
Spagnuolo,
it up. If
Karlaftis, like Bolton, all these
offense
guys,
fills
McDuffie,
stadiums,
Snead.
defense wins championships.
Absolutely.
I agree. You're right.
All right,
I agree.
listen. Eli Manning won a championship, and Eli Manning was not a top-rated quarterback when he won it. Defense wins championships.
He had great playoff
Stop.
runs though. He did.
Stop. I'm not going to let you talk about Eli Manning. The only special ed child to ever win not 1 but 2 Super Bowls.
So
You know
if
what they used to call him back in the day in the bomb? They used to call him Waterhead Baby.
Yeah, I
Okay?
know what you're talking
and
about.
that Waterhead Baby won 2 Super Bowls, so leave him alone.
But the point is, if you were talking golf, yes, Tiger Woods has because he plays that on his own. But in team sports, while he's the leader, I accept that. The leader
Right.
can't do it all. You need help. If you don't have the help, if you don't have the wide receivers, the offensive line, the tight ends, the running backs, if you don't have the defense, I don't care how good you are.
Mr.
John Marino put up 1,000,000 points and couldn't win a championship. Why?
Well, they never
Had
had
no
the defense.
defense. He scored 38 points. Chicago beat him. The Chargers beat him 41-38.
I want to ask Noddy a question. Noddy,
He's listening.
let me ask you a question, Noddy, honestly speaking, because, I had Pearlie on this same run last year, and you know it because you was right there sitting next to him. So let me ask you, or across from him, let me ask you a question. Do you believe that next season, after next season, if Dak Prescott don't make it to the playoffs and or even Super Bowl, do you believe he will still be a keep for the Dallas Cowboys?
I'll answer that for you. Yes. Yes. And I don't like Dallas. Yes.
Y'all got to be joking.
No, I'm serious.
How
So let me
long?
ask you a question then. So do you believe if Herbert doesn't take the Chargers to the championship, he'll be a keep for the Chargers next year?
What about Allen in
Justin,
Buffalo?
Do you believe Josh Allen, who's been leading Buffalo to the playoffs every year, should he be back there next year?
Because
Yes, he will.
Why? Why?
Josh Allen is a better player than Dak Prescott.
But Josh Allen ain't do nothing with Josh Allen ain't make it. He ain't win a Super Bowl.
We got some other calls we got to get to, but before
All right,
we
yeah,
wrap,
nice talking to y'all, man.
no,
Y'all
you
have a
ain't
good
got to
one.
go. You ain't got to go. I just telling you we gonna wrap it in a second.
all I was gonna say is Dak Prescott has about 2 or 3 playoff wins. I know he beat Brady, sent Brady into retirement, beat the Seattle Seahawks with Russell Wilson in the latter years. Then he beat somebody else in the playoffs as well. I just can't remember off the top.
I
of my
just
head
want to
right
say
now.
this:
So-
if you take Doc, go ahead.
My thing is, you're talking about Justin Herbert as top 3, which is fair. That's your opinion. That's your right. Herbert has about 800 less passing yards, 3 less passing touchdowns, 2 more interceptions this season. This season.
that boy?
Yes, this is me. And he has no playoff win. In fact, in every playoff game he's been in, which are the only 2, I get it's a small sample size. But you're
Right.
saying he's top 3. He lost 31-30 against the Jaguars after having a 27-0 lead. That was in 2022. This past season, 2024, went into Houston with a better record, with Harbaugh coaching, had all the pieces around him, and they got absolutely smoked, 32-12 or something like that.
It's all about
but
team play.
No,
That's why I rate-
but
that's
you
why I
don't
rate
see us
you guys
disrespecting
the best,
Herbert.
you know, because y'all teach me all the time.
Now,
Yeah,
and here's another tidbit for you to take. The Dallas Cowboys are 6-7-1 right now. The majority of those losses are predicated. You could look back and say, here's 3 or 4 games where defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus did absolute foolishness, made no adjustments. Dallas had a chance to win.
Even the Detroit game.
And many
If
times
you
we kept Dak on the bench.
Correct, but if you take Dak Prescott out of the equation right now,
It
the
falls
Cowboys
apart.
are kicking their feet up, waiting for the number 1 pick in the draft because we don't win
Probably
any
so.
game.
Even
Yeah.
with CD and Pickens and Javonte Williams
You
running
know how many
amazing this year.
passes CD Lamb dropped this year? I think
Hold
he probably
on.
had some top 3 in drops this year.
Yes, but to
A
his
lot of those
credit,
came against the Eagles.
7 came against the
Noddy,
Eagles.
I'll talk to you on the other side.
Be
of
safe,
your
my brother.
game tomorrow.
right.
Take care, brother.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
But listen, to his credit, CD Lamb missed 3 games. CD Lamb is number 6 in the league in receiving yards and receptions.
So imagine
You know,
he
Dallas
would have been if he
next
didn't have all those drops.
But I'm trying to show
Number
you
one,
too,
eh?
though, to his credit, despite those drops,
Yeah.
after missing 3 games, he's still in the conversation as one of the top 5 receivers in the league.
I'm gonna be
He let
honest.
mystery
He's-
bringers right into the NFL and we ain't talking
Yeah,
MLB.
it's-
No,
it's
but
almost
anyway.
the time because even Justin Jefferson this year hasn't been great at all, and he's only about 160.
Again,
Yeah.
a
With
product, a
1,002
product
still.
of the quarterback.
Cost me a whole fantasy league.
Exactly.
Let's get this other
Exactly.
call in and then we'll wrap up what we need to wrap up. Talk, press box.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
Listen, man. Now that my season is officially over,
Oh, oh.
Hold on.
Doc, you
Hold on,
ducked us all the last month.
Stop. No. This ain't going easy like that, Doc. No, sir.
listen, man.
No, son. You gotta assume
I leave
that.
the country. I leave the country tomorrow, so I just want to say, one, absolutely amazing job you guys do. Press box, talking
you.
heads, the whole 9. Absolutely amazing show you guys have pulled off all year.
Well, we appreciate your contributions on both those shows, Doc.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah, man, definitely. And you know, the thing for me is this: anybody that doesn't think Dak Prescott is a really not as a good quarterback, but a potentially great quarterback,
I'll take him.
ain't really watching football. If
I mean,
you're
if-
putting them in the same sentence with Tua, you really either your TV bad or you need to get your eyes checked.
I'll take him. I'll take him now. I'll take him right now in Miami.
Come on.
Gladly,
It's
and
crazy.
correct.
No, but I just gotta say this, right? The college games yesterday.
Yep.
I mean, why were those 2 Group of 5 teams playing?
That's exactly what we're talking about. Something's flawed there because you got teams
Seriously?
BYU,
We haven't even
Notre
gone-
Dame,
we
other
haven't
teams who
even
should
gone
have been
Miami.
over them.
It was just painful to watch.
Yeah.
It's absolutely painful.
It's an embarrassment.
I mean,
Truly.
and we're doing all this rematch stuff. What's the point of having a playoff if you were just rematching people? Oklahoma, Alabama rematch. You're gonna have an Ole Miss Georgia rematch. I mean, we got to do better than this, right?
Yeah.
Now, I got.
Are you afraid of the rematch?
No, I'm not afraid.
Okay, just checking.
No, the dogs are a threat. I'm not gonna lie.
Kirby
Yeah, they are.
Kirby beats Kiffin like a drum every time.
Yes,
I'm
he
not
sure
even
does.
working.
He sure does.
Okay.
But
All right?
I mean, you sure does?
So-
Yeah.
And I have tickets for the game. I'm going to be at the game.
Oh, say shout out to the
yeah,
press
we-
box.
Yeah, man. Always. Listen.
Oh yeah,
we
and bring coffee. Yeah, go ahead.
Listen, we got our regular end of year trip RV. So we're gonna be at the Citrus Bowl, the Duke Mayo Bowl, the Sugar Bowl. We're going to the Bucks, Dolphins. We got the Louisiana and Southeast Louisiana.
Wow.
Raging Cajuns basketball game. We got a bunch of stuff going on, man.
That's
we got
wonderful.
7 games in 8 days.
That's wonderful. That's cool.
So, and all we got to do is make it back to the RV, Naughty.
There you go.
We got our own driver, so we're good to go. So
That should be
hopefully,
fun.
That's
you know,
awesome, man.
I'm back in the new year, and hopefully you guys have a wonderful Christmas.
Same to you, man.
And a great
Have a Merry
2026,
Christmas and a
And,
Happy
and I'll
New Year,
take you.
man.
I'll take this.
Thank you.
If it's not if Ohio State happens to luck out and beat Miami, I'm going with Georgia all the way.
Yeah, it's gonna be George Orlando.
Hold on, I just heard exactly what you said.
Right? But I'll tell you this too. I am pulling. Naughty tell Sancho this. I'm pulling for the Ravens to go all the way since Mahomes there.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I'm pulling for.
Well, let me ask you this question.
Tough task.
Let me ask you this
Tough task.
question.
Yeah, I don't want the Bills to do it either.
Does Kansas City go through a makeover, or not? I wouldn't say do some make some changes for next year.
Move some pieces around.
So not to be so scientific, but there's basically 4 areas when you tear your ACL, right?
Yeah,
4 things of the rip. Mahomes is only injured 2 of them.
yeah.
All right. I believe he's back on the field by November.
No, I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about your team. Because that Kansas City team did not look that good this year.
You have to figure out what you're going to do with Kelsey. Well, Kelsey has to figure out what he's doing. He's under contract.
Yeah, no, but he's retiring this year, right? I mean, his contract up this year, right?
Here's the deal. Let me just interject this. A healthy Mahomes comes back. You still got Xavier Worthy. You still got Rashee Rice as your receivers. And you still got another piece there that could work. The tight end
you got
position.
Hollywood Brown.
Yeah.
Correct.
The problem is they got to catch the ball, Naughty.
That's true, but here's
we
two.
led the league in drops.
Here's 2 things
They
that
can't drop the ball.
Here's 2 things that I'm hearing right now that puts Kansas City back in the conversation offensively. I hear that they're going to make a run at Kyle Pitts to replace Kelsey at tight end, which I think is a nasty move if they do, because Kyle Pitts could still got gas in the tank, and Kyle Pitts hasn't been used properly in his
I think
first 4
Mahomes
years.
will bring the best of them.
As a potential move to Kansas City.
Yeah, I think that's an
amazing.
awesome move. Another move that I hear is if if Dallas doesn't franchise him, George Pickens is on their radar as well as a receiver.
yeah, he
Pickens is
definitely
definitely on our radar.
to complement
Definitely
Rashee
on our
Wright.
radar.
And then thirdly, in the draft, if the draft falls the right way, in typical Kansas City luck, they don't have to go anywhere. They got Love from Notre Dame waiting to fall to them.
Yep.
Jeremiah Love.
And Jeremiah
Waiting to
Love
run the ball.
is the missing piece to that offense, if you ask me, because
He's a dynamic
is.
running back.
But here's the other thing, too. Brock Bowers may decide to do surgery again and sit out for the year, and I don't think he stays with the Raiders. So it's not next year, and that's why I'm saying Kelsey may stick around for 1 more year, because if Brock is available the year after, you definitely go after him.
Yeah.
You definitely go after
Yeah.
him. That guy, when healthy, is playing for the next 12 years and catching every single thing you throw at him.
I didn't play him at all. I had McBride as my tight end in fantasy, and I kept him on the bench just to keep him away from others.
McBride he's having a hell of a year.
McBride is a beast, but I think McBride it predicates on who's playing quarterback in Arizona.
Yeah.
I don't think he has those numbers with
Kyler Murray.
with Kyler Murray than he does with Jacoby Brissett.
Brissett is looking really. I got
Jameis
Brissett by
Winston,
starting quarterback.
Those type of guys, they just sling the ball around a lot.
Yeah, that's what I want. I ain't looking
That's
for
what-
points.
I know. Yeah.
But anyway,
So,
Doc,
I mean, we'll see what happens. And apparently we're moving to Kansas now, so
Who, the Chiefs?
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
They voted, those crazy MAGA
heard that.
voters in Kansas City voted against stadium reno. And so
Just going to move it to
across the
Kansas
state
now across. Wow.
is giving them a
Instead of
deal.
Missouri.
so what y'all gonna do now that y'all in Kansas? Click your heels together 3 times and say, "There's no place like the Super Bowl. There's no place like the Super Bowl. There's no place like the Super
As
Bowl."
long as they pack up Mahomes and carry him with them, I don't care if they move to Topeka, Kansas.
I got
It'll
you.
be okay.
I got you.
Good stuff, Doc.
Y'all take it
All right,
easy.
Doc.
I appreciate
Safe
man. All the
travels,
best to you and
Doc.
your
Have
Merry
a safe
Christmas.
trip. Enjoy
Happy
the
New Year,
games.
man.
Yeah, man.
and safe travels and all
Merry
the best to you and
Christmas,
your
brother.
fam. And we appreciate you and looking forward to doing big things in 2026, man.
Always, brother. Y'all take care.
All
All
right.
right, be
right,
safe.
Doc.
Now, real quick, before we get into the 12 o'clock hour, you're not getting off the hook. stood up yesterday.
Oh, here
Sure
we
did.
go.
Sure did.
Stood up multiple times.
Sure did.
In a game that should have not even been as close as it was. To their credit, Texas A&M forced 4 Miami field goals, which the kicker missed.
Yeah.
If they score touchdowns on any of them, this complexion of this game is totally different.
Miami defense stuck to
But Miami's defense stood up
played very good,
repeatedly, over and repeatedly.
But I keep telling you, it was not about Miami and Notre Dame. I thought it was more about Notre Dame and Alabama.
Correct.
Right.
But since Notre Dame's not there and
Yeah.
Miami
I'm
is,
riding with- I'm
I
riding
have
with
to-
Miami.
I got to talk about Miami.
Yeah.
And I think, and see, Stat Boy wasn't privy for this. Stat Boy don't know how this thing go. But back in the day,
This one game.
Coach Corker, in all his glory, when UM was winning a bunch of national championships and had all the, Andre Johnson and McGahee and that crew, that dominant crew. You had a coach named Fossil come in from Ohio State and say, hey, I want to see how your program runs. I want to see how you build this. I'm building. I come in from, a Division II program that's really good, but now I'm stepping up from Youngstown State. I'm stepping
Youngstown
up
State.
to go to Ohio State. I want to make this thing go. Give me some info. And Coker, just sitting there in all his idiocy, not only showed him around the facility, how they trained, he gave him game film
Yep.
of the Hurricanes.
Yep.
And by hook or by crook, who ended up in the national championship game that year? UM and Ohio State.
Yep.
And who had all the cheat codes to beat UM? Ohio State.
Yep.
And I have never, ever, ever gotten over that. And now is the
Let
time.
it go, Naughty.
No, by certain ones.
You know, y'all had a 24-17 lead in that game.
You know why I couldn't pull for George Teague all the years he played for the Dallas Cowboys? Because he was on that stinking Alabama team that beat UM.
Yeah.
So freak George Teague.
All right.
I don't care how many times you defend the star in Dallas. You were that stinking scrub from Alabama to beat my Canes. Forget you.
Yep.
And now, since I let this one here on the side of me, pick whichever teams you want to pick. You ain't got to be beholden. He comes, and look, I didn't have a problem with the NFL. I have no problem with the NBA.
Well,
I have no problem with the baseball.
Yankees.
Right, I have no problem with that.
When Salvador Perez was in his prime catching
So I
the
could,
Royals, all that was,
I could live
we
with,
often
with,
support
with
the
your
same
choosing
teams
of
quite often.
Baltimore.
And you know, I still have a soft spot for Dallas in the NFC.
And I got a soft spot for Baltimore, but here's where we draw the line.
college.
This is absolute disrespect. This is blasphemy. This is insolence to me. And you're going to get your things because you walking around here too cocky and confident. Pearly, is he not walking around here like overconfident?
You're very, very overconfident about
And
Ohio
you need
State.
to warn him, when I become that guy, he don't want no part of that.
I would be very humble, my brother.
And you're a big boy now. He's 18 now, so
Yeah,
you could take
grown
it.
man.
You
Let
get
me-
man size.
I guess you got to get it from daddy and uncle.
Let me tell Daddy and Uncle something. I made a bet with two of my friends, play fantasy football with them.
And the only man in the Bahamas he will ever call daddy is me.
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah. And I made a bet with them that Ohio State will not only win, but win by 10 plus points and cover that. They bet 25 on it. And then one of my friends wants to bet 50 with me because he thinks Miami will beat him.
Well, you ain't supposed to be
'Cause-
betting. This ain't the island game.
Oh, yeah, we're not island.
And
Hey, no promotion. Sorry about that, guys. No promotion.
Two of
for that.
them
Yeah.
friends you betting. I have to call their daddy if you win to get the money, so I know what's going on.
Not trying to promote gambling or anything. Nothing like that. Not intentional, no. But they're just
What was the bet?
$25 that
Okay.
Ohio State wins and then wins by 10 plus points. Then one of my friends.
So if they win by 3 points,
And when he
you
told
don't
me
bet.
that,
I don't get. I have to. Yeah,
when he told me that, I was like, well, hold on, son.
Sound like daddy can use some money.
You getting Miami plus 10?
Don't call me for that because that one I would take.
Let's talk. Miami plus 10?
But if I win,
Hey.
money.
Yeah, but if you win, but that kind of bet is like you have to look at it. Miami is a good team. Their defense is playing good. Look at Ohio State over the last 4 weeks of the
very,
season.
very good. Yeah.
They've been very sporadic. They've had issues. They haven't been as dominant as people think
Let's
they'd
look
be.
at the schedule for Ohio State.
And I'm saying that Miami over the last 5 weeks has been a team that nobody has wanted to play.
Yep.
Oh well, it's weak competition. Well, and
the
Texas
coach-
A&M wasn't so weak competition yesterday.
The coach called out plenty people for doubting Miami.
We
yesterday.
lost the fluke game to Indiana, 13-10.
Stop.
Wait,
That is
stop,
not.
stop.
No,
How's that a fluke game?
no. I can't let you do that.
Indiana
because
got the Heisman Trophy winner.
You're
How's
better
that
than
a
that.
fluke game?
You're better than that. And I can't let you pull a mystery right now and totally discredit a team that needs to be given credit. to.
Indiana's the number one team in the nation.
Credit. They beat us
Indiana
by
has
3
been.
They got
points.
the Heisman Trophy winner.
Hold on, but Indiana's been building this program over 5 years.
Yes.
Look at Indiana over the last 5 years.
I'm not taking that.
It's
away
a
from
team
them.
on
They're
the
a threat.
incline. They know how to use the nil money and they know how to use the portal.
They're a threat. Georgia's
Mendoza,
a
the
threat.
Heisman Trophy winner, was killing people at Cal last year.
Yeah.
Went under the radar because he was at Cal.
Yep.
They laid in the cut and they say, what quarterback is going to make this offense fire off? They got Mendoza to transfer, and he's going to end up in the pros. Heck, he could be a Miami Dolphin,
He could be.
and he's from Miami.
Yep.
But
But I said that to say this.
Let me-
You cannot downplay that Indiana team. The defense plays well. The offense plays well. They're coached up. And guess what?
Their coach is
Their
a great
coaching is not scared of anybody who they play.
Exactly.
Their coaching is an example of, let me hire a young hotshot who's fearless. And he don't care he facing Ohio State. He don't care he facing Michigan. He don't care. Line him up.
And he got his players thinking the same way.
And the last
So now
time I
he's
saw
a-
that
he's a good
bravado in
coach.
college, It belonged to a man by the name of Jimmy Johnson at the University of Miami.
But the last time I saw about somebody as cocky like this is when Miami came off that plane in Arizona in fatigues.
Miami.
But I don't like you, you know.
University of Miami
I don't
came off the
friggin-
plane in fatigues
And lost to Penn State.
and got the pants beat off them against. It's the same way you are. Some people I know it's the same way.
And that team was loaded. That had all of Vinny Testaverde and Russell Maryland.
They had
and then
that team.
Santana Moss and
They beat Notre Dame that year.
Yes.
And Notre Dame, they were 1-2. They beat Notre Dame that year. They should have won the national championship and went there. Come off the plane the same way you come with the car this morning.
Coulda, woulda.
The same thing.
I'm a fan of the team.
But don't worry,
I'm not a player
don't
of the
worry.
team. Ryan Day's gonna have that team.
I'm gonna be
coached up well,
texting you, calling you, and teasing you.
Hey, if.
Hey, hold
When?
on, hold on. Let me show you something.
In a
though.
win.
When?
Y'all got to give Kurt Signetti credit for Indiana.
No, he built up a
Because
great
he was a
team.
no-name when he came as a perennial college assistant and worked his way up.
He's gonna need that again.
So yeah, because I could throw it at you again. You could
That's
say
why I sent it to you because I about to
Right.
say something. Because you throw that at me in a
But
minute.
when you look at his, when you look at the turnaround, I mean, you got to look at it. I mean, 13-0 in the regular season. He took over this program and it was just horrible.
And this is the Big Ten.
He's built it back up. He's the first coach to win the AP Coach of the Year award twice consecutively with Indiana. He wasn't James Madison, so now you know why that James Madison program was left in such good position to play in a bowl game this year.
Yep.
All right? And he just signed a new 8-year contract through 2033. So Indiana has embraced him. The university has embraced him.
The town has. The state
2033.
has.
Yeah, they've embraced him, and now they're comparing him to he's the Bobby Knight of football at Indiana.
yep.
He's not going to go anywhere. Now
Yep.
he's got in-state recruits. Now he's got like blue chippers that would go elsewhere now saying, no, I'm going to stay home and play for Indiana.
Yep.
So you got to give him credit for
Yep.
turning the program around.
Right around.
I don't think it's a cakewalk whoever plays Indiana, but I do think that UM game.
He's been the best coach in college football since he arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah, that so you can't sleep on him. That Ohio State game, look, that could go either way, in my opinion. That could be another dogfight like what you saw yesterday, and Miami win it, or it could be a blowout either way. Meaning Ohio State is flat and Miami jumps on them, or Beck comes out and practices the fool that he practices.
So it's a
and
2 week.
Ohio
It's a
State
2 week break now, right?
No. We play them on New Year's Eve, December 31st.
So that's almost that's the
Pretty much,
10 day
yeah,
break.
yeah, you're right.
And Ohio
You're
State
right.
hasn't played in over 2 weeks, right?
pretty much, yeah.
All right,
You
all
think
right.
you think we won't be fresh? People keep forgetting.
No, I'm not saying you're not going to be fresh. You will be rested,
We have-
but will you have that chemistry and will
We have
the timing? The timing.
We have
Here's a
Bo
good tag.
Jackson, which his real name is ironically Lamar. We have Jeremiah Smith, the best receiver in college football.
Caleb Downs, who's going to be a Dallas Cowboy at the safety position.
Arnell Reese, the other linebacker with the funny name who we talked about the other day. I can't remember his name. I'll look it up. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I gotta
but
stay on it.
he-
But we have talent. We have a team.
No,
Same-
Ohio State has at least maybe 6 or 7 possible early second rounders on the team this year.
Plus, Julian Saint is playing a lot better than people will give him credit for.
And you've got, I think
lot
you
better.
got at least 2 players can be top 10 picks.
Yeah.
All right, here's a text that came through that makes some sense. Naughty and crew, there are no quarterbacks in the NFL right now that are must-see TV. Back in the day, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees were must-see TV. Mahomes is not must-see TV. He is ESPN hype. The average NFL fan is not watching Mahomes unless they are a Chiefs fan. Hold on now.
Texter, you got to
No,
break
Texter,
no,
no.
he has some validity to that. There's
Listen,
some validity to that.
I give you the validity in your text to me as I agree.
with
You
Peyton
don't
and
have
Tom
3
and
or
all that.
4 names that jump out right now like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees.
You do. You do
back in
fully
the day.
healthy. You do fully healthy.
You have some that are developing, but the difference is all of these, Manning, Drew Brees, and Tom Brady, at some point when they were overhyped, they ended up winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I can't put Jackson, Burrow, and Allen in that because they have failed. I can't put Dak in that because Dak has failed in the playoffs. So
Peyton
I
Manning was
get the point.
notorious.
I get the point of the text is saying there's not like 3 or 4 that jump out. Back in the day, you could have said Marino, Elway, Kelly,
Well, you said Marino.
Young,
You said
Aikman.
Marino. He has no Super Bowl.
No, but still, Marino is the greatest quarterback without a Super Bowl.
Warren Moon
Okay.
could be in that conversation.
Yes.
But Lamar.
However,
no Super Bowl.
Lamar ain't
Allen,
nowhere
Super
near,
Bowl.
nowhere near
'Cause
Dan
he's
Marino.
not. I never said. I wasn't going to
Okay,
say that. I'm
okay,
talking
good,
about
good, good.
current generation.
No,
Yeah,
understood,
listen.
They're in that
understood.
echelon of like
let
current
it
what they're
slide. Lamar's in the conversation.
He's in
but-
the conversation.
but
I wasn't comparing him to Marino at all because Marino been there, done that, proven that over a 15-year career, 20
Yeah.
almost 20 years. I'm saying that.
Now,
I'm saying, but to his text, like you say, quarterbacks weren't must-see TV, fully healthy. Lamar versus Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes. I mean,
No,
these
but you
guys
got
are
to take
solid
it. Take it.
quarterbacks.
No, you see what he's talking. But the text I think is talking about not the Pearlies, the stat boys, the naughty who.
You mean like
we
you
eat,
said the
sleep, and
casual
drink
fan
football. The
who
casual
will,
fan.
like invite them.
Yeah,
in?
so the casual
That's
fan
fair.
will watch a
Yeah,
Tom
the
Brady.
2000s
Women will come and watch a Tom
2000s
Brady.
was definitely
Now,
the peak,
to
but
his
I can't
point-
say it's not must see TV.
Yeah.
To
I
his-
still think it's.
to his point to say that Mahomes isn't must-see TV, and Mahomes isn't. No, people watch Mahomes regardless
Yeah, but
because of the fantasy aspect that he brings to the equation,
and then the extra play they got on the field with stripes.
the sports betting that comes to the equation.
The extra play with
But
stripes.
you cannot deny the fact that Mahomes' body of work has been successful. He
Two
has won some
MVPs,
Super Bowls.
three Super Bowls,
He has
three
won the
Super Bowl
MVPs.
MVPs.
So he could be considered one of those quarterbacks that people will watch outside.
I think the producer done us.
To say that he's just
Yes.
ESPN hype.
But he
No.
is though. But he is though.
Dexter, no. Let me tell you what ESPN hype is. LeBron James is ESPN hype.
Oh, that's
Pat
ESPN, no.
Mahomes has
No,
won.
got to be another word for hype. A
has
higher word for hype.
Has won to go along with the hype. LeBron has not.
I agree.
Anyway,
I'll tell you this one thing before we go though. The Bo Bichette Dodger talk is heating up big time.
Everybody in the Dodger talk.
No.
right.
Everybody.
No, Kyle
yeah,
talk all about the picture. The
Hey,
Bo
Mr.
Bichette
Producer, cold cut
Dodger
to the
talk.
break. Cold cut to the break. Just cut cold to the break. Yeah.
Boost your buying power with a margin loan at rates as low as 7.5%. A margin loan offers convenient flexibility, freeing up capital without liquidating your investments. Whether you're looking to diversify, fund a business opportunity, or refinance higher cost debt, RF provides access to cash within 48 hours for any purpose. Tailored, effortless, powerful. Discover how a margin loan can work for you. Visit rfgroup.com or call 603-6000. RF Bank and Trust. Money at work.
Stafford going to the end zone, reaching up and making the grab.
Bahamas! Are you ready for the ultimate Bud Light football experience? Buy 2 6-packs of Bud Light at any Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location or at participating liquor stores, and you're automatically entered to win. You could score an all-expense-paid trip to watch the Dolphins game live. Don't wait. Grab your Bud Light and get in the game today. Bud Light is distributed by Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, who reminds you to drink in moderation.
At Cleveland Clinic, care is everything. So when your primary purpose is to care for the world, you'd start with your community until you're accessible anywhere. You make complexities your specialties and put compassion before anything else, all to redefine what's possible. For everyone, everywhere. For every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
Naughty back at you, repping for the Island game. The NFL season is upon us, and the final push is back with the Island game, and you could win big all NFL season long. Every $20 bet made on the Island Game Sportsbook gets you registered for the grand drawing. $2,000 in September, $3,000 in October, $5,000 in November, and in December, an all-expense-paid trip to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, California. So it pays to play and win with the Island Game. The game you know, the friends you trust. And the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly.
This is Dwight Strawn with Morning Blend. On behalf of the crew and my co-hosts, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and an incredibly blessed and prosperous New Year.
We're back at you on the Sunday, December 21st edition of the Press Box, all brought to you by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light. And we're into the 12 o'clock hour. 12:05 p.m. is the time. We're talking AFC and NFC.
Before we do that, I just want to touch base on. I'm not going to talk about Bobish yet. You know that the third baseman, the Japanese superstar Murakami, signed with the Chicago White Sox.
What?
That threw me. I dropped the phone when I saw that early this morning.
He must have just done it for the money.
No, the White Sox had a good team now, and the White Sox could win that division next year.
The Chicago White Sox.
Yes, the Chicago White
Who
Sox.
had
division,
the worst record 2 years ago in baseball.
What did they finish this year? Check the record.
I'll check it. But I
Check
remember
where they finished this
with
year.
about 40, 30 wins.
See where they check. See where they finished this year.
I will. But that's how irrelevant they've been. But yeah, 2 years, $34 million. And he breaks in.
They finished last this year, right? 60 and 102.
That's what they
He's
finished.
bringing them
yes.
30 games.
You think so?
He's bringing them at least 20.
I mean, they finished 41 and 121.
But if you look at that
2024.
division, if others don't make some moves, Detroit didn't doing one or two things. That should be a competitive division next
Yeah,
year.
they are in the American League. That's right. They're not in the National.
That should be a competitive division next
Well, with
year.
the Twins, the Royals, Tigers, and Guardians, they'll
The
compete with the Tigers.
The Tigers made some moves. The rest, I think they could surpass.
Yeah, possibly.
But I thought that was amazing that he made that move.
Yeah, to the White Sox.
I thought he'd at least gone to the Giants.
And we're not gonna get Amai anymore. The Yankees, so it is what it is.
And 2 years, $34 million is not a lot of money for him.
Not at all. It's
The Dodgers would have given him a lot of money. But I think what he did is, let me take my 2 years, let me prove myself. I can play every day here,
and then I'll get somewhere else.
and then I'll get some big money later.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do.
So we got to look at the AFC. And the AFC report all brought to you, of course, by the Green Parrot. And Green Parrot got it going on for you. Don't forget, they're going to have the Christmas menu for you, the New Year's functions going on. They got all the football games going on, college and pros. Full day lined up for you today. 1 o'clock games, 4 o'clock games, 8 o'clock game, and Monday Night Football tomorrow. Wing specials, Bud Light specials in effect, and an off-the-chain menu. And listen, if you like fish fingers, get the mahi fingers. They are off the chain.
I wanted to go to dinner there last night, and I couldn't get in the parking lot. Could not get in the parking lot. Peter, you got to give me a parking space, man.
That could be arranged. You know that. You know how Peter go. Peter will make sure it happened for the press box.
Yeah.
So we got to look at the AFC. And
Well,
as we get into the AFC, I have to say, it's still wide open in a lot of areas to me.
yeah, it is.
And I think Baltimore still has a chance in that division.
They just got to win.
Somehow
Just got to win.
But we have a tough task today with the New England Patriots. We're at home though.
I really believe that the Ravens are going to beat the Patriots. I keep
so?
telling y'all, I think the Patriots are overrated team. They're a fourth-place team that has beat
a
fourth-place
fourth-place
teams.
schedule, yeah.
And now when they start to play teams that matter, yeah, they beat Buffalo, but see, I don't count a win over
Buffalo
Buffalo.
beat them back too.
But you don't count a win over Buffalo, Miami, or the Jets because they divisions. There's division rivalry.
that's
Anything can
fair.
happen. And, we gonna,
That's fair.
and you know what? The Miami's going to embarrass them and
think
put them
so?
out of and embarrass them in the last game of the season. Watch.
Well, I think New England still makes the playoffs. even
yeah.
though they're wild card,
They're still making the playoffs.
But because they've already won about 11 games, so
But the good news or bad news, depends on what it is, that I think the Tua era is over. In the words of Dr. Minnis that he did, the Tua
think it's
era is
over?
over in Miami.
No, in all fairness, in the words of Mystery Dolphin, Mystery
Yes,
been on it for
Mr.
3
Dolphin
years.
has been pushing this, yeah. Okay,
You know, I know.
I was trying to rile you up a little bit.
are y'all gonna move him because that's the cap hit? It's just gonna be
Well,
awful.
there's a number of options. If we were to release him now, let's say we release him before June 1st, it's a $99 million cap hit, which would be the highest because. But if Denver took an $84 million cap hit, and look where Denver is right now.
But they drafted excellent.
Yes,
and
they
had a
did.
Great
And
defense.
that's why Greg got to go. All right.
Yeah, and he did go.
Yes.
All right, let's
Had
get
to go. All right. And then if they drop him now, it's a $99 hit. If they take him out after June 1st, it's a $67 million hit this year and a $30-some million hit. $37 million, I think, next year.
So it'll probably be after June 1st.
So I think Miami may just take it. I think they may take the hit and just release him if they can't trade him.
Let's go to the phone line. Well, hold on now. I will always tell you, as long as the Las Vegas Raiders exist,
There's a possibility.
There's a possibility for Tua there.
quarterback.
You look at a couple other teams
Remember
around the
Kyler
league.
Murray.
Tua could be in a totally different scenario, be a successful quarterback.
And fine, good. See you later, alligator. But and let me tell you this. I called my son yesterday because when we got Tua, and after the first year, he bought us Tua jerseys. So I text I say, but it look like we got to find New Jersey. He said, Daddy, we may have to find a new team.
Tell him I got one grill that I could use that for the lining for. Not a problem. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking heads.
Pretty stock boy, Naughty, good to hear your voice. Good to hear your voice. Welcome back, Naughty. Welcome back.
Thanks, my brother. What's
I
going
know
on?
you on top of the world right now, hey.
Yeah, boy.
You're Miami Hurricanes.
Dak Prescott is a way better Prescott than Herbert, man.
Yeah.
That got to be in the top 10, man. That opening game against the Eagles, if he didn't drop them couple of points, you see that game with he had? You see the last 6 games with he had?
Yep.
But I'll tell you this, though. The NFL... I collect at least over $1 million this morning of loan fines in the Eagles Washington game.
Oh, that was a big fight.
That
was a big fight, yeah.
That was a big fight, boy. I see more punches.
But fellas, them gang number 56 and pile up on top of him.
Yeah, 56. They had to gang him after he's not doing so much buffaloes and things. But I know we might be out of the game and all, too. But Burley, talking about defense. Yesterday, all the 3 games was defense, all about defense. The Miami game, the Eagles game, boy, that game last night with the Bears.
Muff.
Well, you know, Jalen Daniels was Mr. Clutch, and his team was Mr. Clutch last year. But Caleb Williams and the Bears is Mr. Clutch this year.
Yeah, you've got
five 2 minutes and under game winners.
Muff, but who told you to watch out for them Chicago Bears with Ben Johnson as the head coach from the beginning of the year?
You sure did.
Who told you?
It was naughty.
You sure did. Ben Johnson brought that magic from Detroit there.
That's a good rebuild. But Stark boy, come on, man. You all got to beat man. Beat Baltimore, man. These Pittsburgh Steelers, man.
Beat Baltimore.
I know the Detroit Lions can beat them today.
Beat New England.
They can beat them today, so you can throw them out the playoffs too, man. You gotta throw them out.
Yeah, I think Muff is pulling for the Ravens because he got too mouthy, denied oxygen in the womb. Pittsburgh Steelers for neighbors.
Yeah.
They're just running on with all kind of empty
They
foolishness.
talk to me about I got to get them back now, but they don't we ain't make the playoffs. They say must be from 73. They telling me, but they me so bad.
That's
the ring, but so. But my boy, like I tell you about my boy, after he had the fumble, after they fumbled the ball, I mean, he break down and thing, but the players had to tell him, man, don't worry about that, man. Use Malachi Tony. Get yourself together. Get back in there. We can need you. Go back. The only touchdown in the game.
Muff, his name has been changed from yesterday from Malachi Tony to Malachi freaking Tony.
Yeah, the best freshman in the nation.
Thank you. Yes. And we can win that semifinals game against Ohio State. But I go on this one right there. So Naughty and Purdy, what going on last night, man, in the Battle of Los Angeles? No, but 3 starters was out.
Yeah, Reeves is out.
Luka didn't play good. We didn't really touch on him, but yeah,
I can understand why y'all look at the Clippers. That's only the 7th game win for the Clippers for the season.
Yeah, that's because we didn't have full strength. We had 3 starters out.
Reeves was out, yeah.
I mean, it speaks to the fact
that dude who been named the Naughty Night don't call put up 30-some points yesterday.
Oh, he
103 to 88. But when you look at it, I mean, come on. You had Luka play, but Luka left the game, right?
Right. Yes, he did.
Yeah, he only played 19 minutes.
Right. Mm-hmm. And when he left, he had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. You got nothing else from nobody. LaRavia had 12 points. Hayes had 8 points. Smart had 5 points. Kleber had none. Vanderbilt 4. Dalton Connect 2. Yeah. And Nick Smith Jr. 9. Obviously, that was a mail-in game because obviously you didn't have certain starters there last night. They rested some people.
Right.
And I'll be honest with you. Notice the difference with the Lakers. The Lakers, without LeBron, Luka and Reeves have a great record. Notice the Lakers with no Reeves, Luka and LeBron is a good record.
Aiton was carrying on by too.
Aiton was carrying on by, but collectively with LeBron in the lineup, we 18-10 since the trade. So I think this team, what they have to do is allow the Lakers to create the identity post LeBron.
Yeah,
LeBron's not going to be there next year. We got a new owner. He don't play that.
Well, now Wiggins, a trade for Wiggins is starting to heat up as well, and he would be a perfect 3-and-D for the Lakers.
Yeah, but we got to get rid of Dalton Connect and who else in that pocket?
Yeah, that's the only scary thing about it.
Yeah, he ain't looking good now. The guy he start off.
But I mean,
I blame that on situational minutes, and I believe him and the coach got a disconnect. Him and JJ got a disconnect.
Yeah,
you put Dalton Connect in Miami, Pat Riley can tell him shoot the ball from when you pull up in the parking lot, shoot. When you walk through the arena, shoot. When you're in the shower, in the locker room, shoot. When you come out here, shoot. Only one job for him in Miami. Dalton Connect with the Miami Heat is a potential 20-point-a-game scorer.
Yeah, he
Duncan
is.
Robinson
He is.
all over again.
Yeah,
Correct,
Luka,
but better.
Yeah, Luka buy 103 e-bikes and carry on like Oprah, going in the locker room. You get an e-bike. You get an e-bike.
He was
You
carrying
get an
on.
e-bike.
He was
Everybody
carrying
get
on
an
like
e-bike.
the PLP handing out passports to foreign nationals.
Oh.
You get a
I
passport.
see.
You get a work permit. You
Everybody
get
get an e-bike.
permanent residency. You get a spousal permit.
E-bike and all, man. You gentlemen
Yeah.
have a wonderful Sunday. Let's get ready to watch some good football.
I'll talk to you later,
Everybody
Muff.
be
Take
safe.
time, bro.
There you go, Muff.
Enjoy, Muff. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, man, but you know, like the texter said, Naughty, there is no such thing as retirement. You're just taking a break to work on other things. And I see the other things that I'm working on, because when I look at politics in this country, it is too easy. Their jokes write themselves.
It sure does.
They write themselves.
Man, anyway. I think these politicians went overboard with these parties this Christmas.
Listen,
But anyway,
but my thing about it is, you can't be bragging about taking care of the whole constituency with gifts and stuff if the whole constituency don't see the gifts or feel the gifts. And I can tell Mr. Sears, thank you for the fruitcake again.
oh, you got one?
Because the last 4 years, you've been sending that same silver. I believe you got 1 million made up like the first year you got in and said, this can cover me for every Christmas.
You got one of them again?
If you wanted, you
No,
could
no,
have
I
it.
know. They just walk past my house. They said that's Earl Thompson. They didn't stop to my house.
Well,
That's fine. That's fine with me.
I have a neighbor who is a hard PLP, but he believes in promotion of neighborly goodwill, and he wants to make sure that all the neighbors are happy regardless. He want to make sure that the Lakers and the Celtics get along, the Yankees and the Dodgers get along, the F&Ms and the PLP get along, the Catholics and the Anglicans get along, the Valley and the Sox. He was doing dead good with all of them till he buck up on Valley and Soxon, and then I had to roll him up.
Well, you see what happened, right?
What's
The
up?
Supreme Court ruled that the world famous Valley Boys should have their name and establish them back on the
Not
non-profit.
the way forward.
The world famous Trevor, that's Brian them. The world famous Valley Boys won their case in court on the naming, and so that the Supreme Court ruled that the Valley Boys name should be put back on a non-profit organization, and as of December 12th, the world famous Valley Boys still exists.
Yep.
That's the first step to what's going to be happening in
What
that
I got
route.
out of all of this, to tell you the truth, was
Is 6 straight?
no, you got that too.
Oh,
but
yeah.
What I got out of all of this was, boy, ain't my brother tell you hook me up and make sure the vibe goes straight, and you ain't make sure I straight what's going on, but my brother doesn't tell you hook me up.
Yeah, see the difference is this ain't certain our neighbors where the leader of the country determines who's the Supreme Court judges and tell them what to say. These Supreme Court judges are very independent in our country and they rule on the law.
Even though they run me hard with some of their decisions.
But they still rule on the law. So, but
Yeah, let's
I won't bring up Boba Shed again, but let's move on because if you pause on me one more time, I might tell you that Boba Shed to LA soon.
But when I look over at the AFC, right?
Yeah.
That's-
Are we talking AFC, right? Yeah. So two was benched, thank God. Mystery, I'm really entertaining you, yeah, Mystery. I wanted you to know that.
Yeah, I mean, you got accepted. The mystery called that one and got that one right.
Yeah, and then, the thing about it is, two was playing like ever since that bad, the maybe the hip injury, the concussion, he's really playing. He's afraid to be on the field.
Well, I
And
gotta
it's
be,
a shame that he's taking $54 million this year and he did not earn it.
I think he got some CTE issues that are there too that people aren't talking about. But I look at the AFC right now, Pearly. Denver, your number 1 seed, and they clinched home field advantage. You got New England number 2, Jacksonville number 3, Pittsburgh number 4, the Chargers number 5, Buffalo number 6, Houston number 7. I'm gonna say the only thing I see switching is I think Baltimore wins that division. They get the 4th seed, and Pittsburgh is out.
Oh, you only that division only making it to the playoffs to win on. That's the only one.
And I think it ends where it is. I don't think Indianapolis scratches their way back into it, nor does Kansas City. And I think it ends that way with
no,
Baltimore.
Kansas City out. Kansas City's out.
Yeah,
So
with Baltimore and Pittsburgh switching spots. But I think your AFC is done. Denver, New England, Jacksonville, Baltimore, the Chargers, Buffalo, and Houston. That's who I think are going to qualify there. And then when you look over in the NFC,
But unless something terribly happens to Texas and Indianapolis continues to win, outside of that, you're pretty much right.
right now I see Seattle. They're going to hold on and win that division,
I believe so. I believe so.
Then Chicago's going to be number 2.
Yeah.
Philadelphia's going to be number 3, but they're going to be one and done. Tampa is the leader in that division right now, but Tampa and Carolina, similar to Pittsburgh and Baltimore,
That is coming down to the
one of
end
them
of the
is
season.
going to eliminate the other and cost them. The Rams took a costly loss. They dropped to number 5.
That was I can't believe
The
they lost like
49ers,
this.
number
I
6.
call them to lose. I couldn't believe
Now,
it.
here's a team that I think may not make it, especially with Jordan Love's concussion
I
situation
was
going
going to
on.
bring them up.
Yeah.
The Green Bay
Read my
Packers
mind.
could free fall and be out of it and be passed by the Detroit
And
Lions.
that's what that
Which
probably
makes
is gonna
y'all's
happen.
pick better, doesn't it?
Correct.
It makes your pick better. So
So there's still a lot to play for in the NFC, but I think I think both of these divisions are pretty much, conferences are pretty much done with their playoff
But you
games.
know, your father slips up in there, right?
what?
The Eagles going to be number 3. They're one and
One
done.
and done.
Do
Well,
not sleep on the Eagles.
If they are the 3 seed,
They
the
are
6
gonna be-
seed-
you said that the Eagles would not win the division this year, and you were very confident in that. They won the division.
It takes
They won the division.
Pearly, I said the Eagles would not win the division when they had a 3-game lead. I said it, putting up hypothetically.
Okay.
Don't count this as done yet, because hypothetically they could
Dallas
lose.
was still alive.
No, Dallas is
I'm glad
eliminated
they
from the playoffs.
I'm glad they
They're
won.
not in. They're
Pearly,
eliminated.
I'm glad they won.
Yeah.
You look at the playoffs right now. If the playoffs started today, you would have Seattle playing Green Bay.
You'd
You would
have,
have Chicago playing San Francisco. You'd have Philadelphia playing the Rams, and the Rams will beat them.
no. If the playoffs start today, you will have Green Bay playing Chicago. You'll have the Packers playing Chicago.
Right, because Seattle gets the bye.
Right. Then you will have the 49ers playing the
Eagles. And the
But-
49ers beat them.
No, I think the Eagles can beat the 49ers. I believe the Eagles can beat the 49ers. I think the 49ers have scraped through so many wins this year that they're going to buck somebody, and they can't do it.
The 49ers could stop the run. It starts there, and Salah will have something for
Against
The
the
49ers
Eagles?
not going to stop Saquon. They can't stop Saquon.
The injuries are rough for them, but I could see
Dallas
it
stopped
happening.
them twice for the year with all crappy defense.
That's division rivalry. What happened last night? No.
They played Washington, who's horrible against the run.
But he still busted for over 100 and some yards.
But so did Tank Bixby break
And
off one for
and
40
Bixby
some yards.
too. And I'm so mad to get the ball to Tank Bixby. I wanted to take one to run that one, and I needed those points. But anyway, that's a different story.
All right,
All right, and then you see the Rams play the Buccaneers. I think the Rams could beat the Bucs.
Well,
I believe the Eagles could beat the 49ers. And I don't see the Packers making the playoffs. If Detroit makes the playoffs, they'll beat Chicago.
Well, we got the picks coming up so we can see who beats what. You ready to take that break now, Mr. Producer? We'll get to this break. We'll get this one in. Flip side of the break, we'll look at the NFC report, all brought to you, of course, by Margaritaville PI. We'll get our pigskin picks together, lined up, and ready to go for you, brought to you by the Island Game. And we'll get you into what's more likely with Rich Eisen taking us home with the final 10 today. And he's got a good breakdown on several matchups today that are going down, including the Bills and the Browns, Patriots and the Ravens, Chargers and the Cowboys, and the Chiefs situation with the backup quarterback moving forward into next year. What they may do. Will it be Minshew or will it be somebody else?
And
all right?
how did Fox end up at both games yesterday?
I don't know. That was kind of weird. I figured they...
Because I watched and I looked flipping around. Oh, should they get the second game too? So they have no games today then.
None. So we're going to take a quick break now. Flip side of the break, we'll be back. We got your NFC report and your pigskin picks all coming up right here on the Press Box, the Sunday, December 21st edition of the Press Box, which continues right after this.
Stafford going to the end zone, reaching up and making the grab.
Bahamas, are you ready for the ultimate Bud Light football experience? Buy 2 6-packs of Bud Light at any Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location or at participating liquor stores, and you're automatically entered to win. You could score an all-expense-paid trip to watch the Dolphins game live. Don't wait. Grab your Bud Light and get in the game today. Bud Light is distributed by Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, who reminds you to drink in moderation.
Beulah gal, can you believe this? We are now the patrol queens of the neighborhood.
We now large and in charge. So we need to check out what's going on in everybody's yard. What about that gun that we know that Junior and his homeboys just ran out? Can we report that too?
Of course we can.
But we could be in deep trouble if they find out.
We need to report what we see, Beulah. When you call Crime Stoppers, they just answer your call in Miami.
So then we can report everything? Guns, where they hiding the drugs, who shoot who part of which gang, or who disturbing the peace with the loud music and the motorcycles.
Then our neighborhood will be the best in the Bahamas, and everybody gonna want to come live here. And then our house price will go up, gal.
So what we waiting on? What's the number?
If you see something, say something. Let us all pitch in and stop the crime before it's your time. Call 328-8477 from Nassau or 242-300-8477 from the Family Islands. Or text us through the Crack Crime Bahamas app. Stop the crime before it's your time.
Naughty back at you, repping for the Island game. The NFL season is upon us, and the final push is back with the Island game, and you could win big all NFL season long. Every $20 bet made on the Island Game Sportsbook gets you registered for the grand drawing. $2,000 in September, $3,000 in October, $5,000 in November, and in December, an all-expense-paid trip to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, California. So it pays to play and win with the Island Game. The game you know, the friends you trust. And the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly.
This is Erin Green, wishing you and your family happiness, peace, and mangoes this holiday season and throughout the new year from Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
We're back at you on the Sunday, December 21st edition of the Press Box, all brought to you by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light.
Good.
All right, let's have a look at the NFC, guys. We're into the NFC report. And like I said, the NFC to me is pretty much cut and dry. I think Carolina and Tampa Bay, one of those will end up as that winner, but everybody who's in right now will make the playoffs. I do see Green Bay possibly free-falling, and Detroit leapfrogging them.
Yeah, so with Love out, they're in plenty problems.
I think they got some issues there for sure.
Yeah. God, you think? What did you say, you thunk?
I thunk it. But if you look at some of the games today as well, too, you got playoff ramifications in the balance. You got some division games that have come up now and be a problem.
The Tampa Bay Carolina game's gonna be very interesting.
That's a playoff game in itself right there.
Yeah. The Jags and the Broncos game is gonna be an interesting game to watch.
That's gonna be interesting. The Steelers and the Lions.
That's another interesting game, and the Patriots and the Ravens.
And the Ravens.
There's some good games, so some good football today.
And into Monday night.
Yeah. Yep.
So
this has been a good football weekend. This has been a really good, and then next weekend it promises to even be a really good one as well.
Okay, Kamara is inactive.
For the Saints?
Could it be? Lord, shine on Audric Estime today as he's the lead running back in New Orleans.
I'm playing with New Orleans.
I'm in a fantasy playoff game. I needed a spark. My running back position was depleted. I'm rolling the dice here. And if it works out for me, it will be further proof as to what a great fantasy football GM I really am.
Oh, God. I'm taking Clint's advice. I'm starting the Saints today. I'm looking forward to the Saints giving me up some defense.
I see plenty of people in the fantasy leagues listening to the show because I noticed over the last 2 weeks that New Orleans defense was added quickly.
Because I tried to get him in the next league and he was gone. I started looking.
I tried to get him in our league and you done teeth him.
Yeah, but in the other league I tried to get him and I thought you teeth him.
Somebody else got him.
Okay. No, I was doing it when Clint was talking on the radio. I just put him on the team and I said, I'll make a decision on them later. Thanks, Clint. I owe you one.
So yeah, a
Again.
lot of fantasy ramifications today, and a lot of throw a dart at the wall and hope it'll stick. Injuries are now creeping in.
But right now, I'm sitting pretty good in press box league. If I get to win, if I get that win today, there's gonna be some sweet things for next week.
Hold on, I'm looking at it now.
Dwayne's gonna be pissed at me when I beat his pants off him.
Listen here, man. I'm looking at this lineup, and hopefully I should do what I need to do. I'm looking at the scores there, Pearly. I need you. I need you to win this week.
Yeah. In press box or
against-
talking
You
heads?
need another hit. I need you to win.
In press box?
My God! This could be a burner, but you had to play what?
What are we talking about? Which league?
In the Talking Heads League.
Okay.
You taking on Kelsey, who's 11-3. You're
That's
8-6.
Yes.
And you had some good points yesterday,
Yep.
but they're calling for this to be a 423 to 422 final.
Yeah. But that's if Burrows. I think he had Burrows, right?
Correct.
That's if Burrows. If Miami shuts Burrows down, then I think I'll beat him.
You got Gainwell against Bruce Hall. I checked that Gainwell right there because Warren's healthy now. Gainwell got a lot of them carries last week because of the illness of Jalen Warren because he had the flu.
Ooh, my only problem is
London. They say London is going to play today, right?
I hope so, and that's what I'm trying. Well, yeah,
That's what they said.
they still got him as questionable.
London, who is officially questionable for Sunday's battle against Arizona, is expected to play this, according to Adam Schefter of ESPN.
Okay.
Moore came up big for you last night. I didn't. Boy, when I watched you play him last night, I was like, he going with Moore from Chicago?
Something that's told me.
Boy, but I tell ya.
Ride that.
Boy, Pearly, you're poised.
I am poised.
Now, you are aware, though, that the next week, though,
What about it?
you probably going to have to face me.
Okay. I owe you one. You beat me this season.
But this league here, you got to proceed with caution.
I am.
This league only been around 4 years.
I am. And you got 2 of the championships, eh?
I got 2. Kelsey got 1, and I think...
I got 1 in the press box, eh? Okay, all right. So I can become a 2-time champion.
Let me, for argument's sake, let me pull up the press box league. Let me go to the league. Let me go to the history of the league, the Hall of Fame. 2024, Big Mike won last year. You knocked Big Mike out in the first round this year.
I owed him that.
2023, I won. 2022, Devon won.
Okay.
2021, I won. And then way back in the day in 2018, Chef Comer won.
Yeah, that was his only.
So you haven't.
It must be in Talking Heads I won then.
Right. You're the only other one that, correct. It was Kelsey, then me, then you, then me, then me.
You notice he dropped that then me and again he's that boy?
Yeah, because I'm looking at it, and there's a reason why there's little trophies next to my name and my name pops up. Look for Clint. I think he might be trying to zoom in. See them little trophies right there next to my name? I didn't put them there. The league put them there.
I don't think you can make it.
Back to back. Okay. So, but be that as it may, if I pull this league up and I pull up the history of the league, you will see that this league here, the last 2 years in this league, who's the champ? Who's the champ in this one, Pearly, the last 2 years?
Father in heaven. I can't remember.
That Cuban Willie squad.
Oh, that's like you. Okay, that's who you are. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Take it easy. Stay winning, my friends. So, yeah, we got that today. We got Clint's league. So, a lot of fantasy ramifications coming up today, and a lot of injuries that put people in kind of limbo.
Yeah, because I lost Rice. That kind of hurt.
Rishi Rice, no go today.
Yeah.
No go today, and that kind of, hits home for some people too. All right, so let's get into the picks, guys, because we need to get these picks out of the way, get to the break, and then Rich Eisen will take us home. So coming into the week, and yes, I must say Purdy still has a 3-game lead over me in the Guardian picks.
And I'm in 5th place, I think. I'm the top. I came from the bottom of the league.
But Purdy,
and moved all the way up.
And I don't want to. I'm not saying this to take anything from you, and I mean that. But you have to look how it started up. You're number 5, but at number 8, there's like 5 of us.
Yeah, I know.
With the same record.
I know, but don't let me change. This is my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay, you stick to it.
I'm sticking to my story.
Richard need to worry that he don't wake up on Monday and have several of us passing. Because I want you to know something. You all have been maintaining position.
No, I've been climbing.
But when I took my little gambles early in the season.
Now remember, I started out like 2 from the bottom.
Right, but now as you look over the last couple of weeks, over the last 4 or 5 weeks,
yeah,
there is no
but
one.
last week I was me and someone else was tied for the best record.
This guy.
That was me and you, okay.
This guy right here.
All right.
So I don't want to be seen on the radar. I want all you all to not see me under the radar because I'm trying to do what I did 2 years ago.
I got you.
Over the last 2 weeks, whop you all, but went 14-1 and went 14-1, and now all of a sudden, second place money is mine. If we had one more week to go that other lap, I was gonna win that, you know.
I know.
I was on fuego. But if it's any consolation, I have a robust 9-game lead over Leo B. Or 8-game lead over Leo B.
Everybody got a big lead over Leo B.
No, but you gotta understand, Leo been stalking me in every incarnation I've been to.
Okay, I got you.
When I was here originally, it was, I could beat you. Couldn't happen. Then when I moved to Shirley Street, they used to call the editor and say, you have the score wrong. I think AP beat Naughty this. And then last year when he did beat me, I was like, that's your Super Bowl for like a dozen years. You've been trying to beat me. This is the first time you ever. I said, but don't worry, for next year.
It won't be this year.
For next year, we'll go right back to
Leo B. You will never beat Purley.
So this year, he 8 games looking up, you know. So my thing is, you know, everything's falling back into order. So I think when I look at this, in 2 weeks we'll have a good conversation. We'll have a good judge.
I'm sure we will.
When it's all said and done.
I'm sure we will.
But we got to start.
But you know, I take Richard for granted and thinking Richard can't pick, and then Richard, in the money.
Richard could pick, but I could be honest with you. Richard knows football. But Richard has something that a lot of us lack early in the year. It's called big kahunas.
Yeah.
And he'll throw some darts at the wall that don't stick.
That's
and
what
then
he
they
did.
stick. And
Yeah.
then when you look up at this time of year, it's those games that have him in contention.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But this week, he's not off to a good start this week.
No, who is?
Me, I'm 3-0.
You picked Chicago to beat Green Bay?
You're damn Skippy.
Oh, okay. All right.
As did I.
That's why when I sit here and I see all it is, I took the Seahawks, the Eagles, and the Bears.
You picked the Eagles? Oh, I guess because they're playing Washington. Okay.
Right there.
All right.
Read it and weep.
Okay, I got you.
And today when the Titans pull the upset, I really go, Lone pot cake.
Titans play who?
Titans play the Chiefs.
I think I picked the Titans too, did I?
I picked the Chiefs too.
I can't remember.
And I'll tell you another game today too, trap game out there in the desert. The Cardinals, they play different at home. Don't be surprised if they win that game today too. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
Let's get into the picks. 1 o'clock games. You got, let's get this out of the way. The Chargers and the Cowboys. Listen, I think points are going to go up in this game. If you're a betting person, you could definitely go with the over. If you want to have fun with it, take the Chargers plus the 3.5 points. Because I don't know why Dallas is favored as a home favorite right now.
Yeah.
So take the Chargers plus the 3.5.
I'm taking the Chargers.
I think the Cowboys are going to play well, but obviously their defense has deficiencies, and the Chargers are playing for something.
Yep.
So I'm going to lean toward them today and say that they get it done over the Cowboys.
Wow.
What say you?
I had a duck. I thought it was
You said
lightning.
what?
I thought it was going to hit the lightning.
Chargers? Oh,
I
yeah.
ducked. I had to get out
I
the
took
way.
the Cowboys earlier in the week, but today going with the Chargers because the Cowboys don't have anything to play for anymore.
Yeah,
They're out
for
of the
real.
playoffs, so go with the Chargers.
Well, actually,
still going to be competitive.
They're
though.
going to be competitive. They're not
like
tanking.
they're going to lay down and just take abuse
They
from the
should.
Chargers or
They should
anything.
take this.
Man, listen here.
No,
They should
man.
tank for the picks.
This week and next week they need to play. Week 18, nobody don't need to play because fantasy playoffs will be over.
Yeah, for real.
You got the Jets and the Saints. I like the Saints to win this game.
I like the Saints. The Saints, the Jets can't get anything right. I think the Saints defense will prevail.
And to his
I like the
credit,
Saints.
Kellen Moore with absolute nothing to work with. Gonna have that team 5-10, 6-11. I mean 6-10 by the time it's done. Maybe, yeah. 6-11 maybe or so. When you think of it, he's had nothing. He's had injuries. He's going to be able to have salary cap space coming up this offseason. They're going to have high draft picks and going to be able to get rid of some players and make some trades. Don't sleep on the Saints being one of them teams that come in next year, play a fourth-place schedule, and be in the conversation.
Like the Patriots, yeah.
Next year?
Yeah.
Bills and the Browns. Bills have to win.
They need to win.
So they got to win this game. This is a must-win for the Bills, so I give it to the Bills over the Browns.
And that's a 10.5 points.
We beat the Patriots, then that means the Bills jump for the first spot in the AFC East, I think. Is that because they'll both be 11-4, but the Bills won more recently, so I think that's how it would go.
Right.
I'm saying if the Bills beat the Browns, they go to 11-4. If we beat the Patriots, they fall to 11-4. They're 11-3. So don't the Bills take the 1 seed?
No,
in
the
AFC
Bills
East?
would take it off based on conference record.
Okay.
And they're in the
'Cause
same.
I know they split
they're in the
with the
same
Patriots.
division, so it's then conference record
Then
after
it goes
that.
to that, and then that will determine that. Okay, just making sure.
You got that.
The Bills are going to win that game unanimously.
Chiefs against the Titans. Listen, I think the Chiefs are shutting it down in more ways than one. The Titans are trying to play for something as far as guys keeping a job next year because they know a new coach is coming in. And I think it's a feel good for the Titans. I mean, yeah, we got to win.
Yeah, but I think Minshew's that interception he threw in the end of the game that really shut Kansas City up.
that's
I think
the
Hughes can make up for that today. I like the Chiefs tonight.
I like the Chiefs too, but yeah, it could go either way though. It could be a trap game. Honestly,
I'm
a trap
straight
game.
trying to make up picks in this picks thing. I'm a straight
got
gamble
you.
in this one. I think the Titans get this done.
I like the Chiefs.
Vikings and the Giants. Based on what I saw last week, I got to go with the Vikings in this one. They got a better defense.
Yeah, they do have a better team. The Giants just suck, so I'll go the Vikings.
And I think the Giants are in full tank mode now, too, to get what they could get.
Next year, the picks and all that, the defense, then
Correct.
and all them coming back. Yeah, I got the Vikings in this one today.
The Buccaneers and the Panthers. This one has had me unsettled the whole week.
That's something you don't want to touch.
I'm going to lean toward the Panthers because they're at home.
Yeah, that's this one's rough.
This meant Mayfield plays his best football.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
This is
with
when
the
he
But
plays his best
I'm
football.
think Baker's battling injury, though. Baker ain't been right for the last 3
He's
years.
not been right, but they got
He
a
hasn't
lot.
been
They
right.
need this win. They need this badly. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay.
I'm going with Tampa Bay on the simple fact that the Panthers are just very inconsistent. They
That
got
too.
swept by
That
the
too.
Saints this year,
Yeah.
but then they'll beat a Green Bay. They'll beat a
Yeah.
Dallas. They'll
Yeah.
they'll come back.
I'm
against
going to give
Miami.
you two names
So I'm gonna
right
go with
now
the
that are
Bucks.
going to be the difference in this game today.
One is Rico Dowdle.
And the other is Chuba Hubbard.
Okay.
I think they're going to get a healthy dose of the run game. And when they come up in the box to try to stop that run game,
That's when they beat you.
That's
over
when
the
he
top
goes to
with the
Tutoria
Leggett,
McMillan.
Ted McMillan, yes.
So I think
I could see it happening.
And it's a division game. I'm going to go with the Panthers at home. Based on the fact that they're at home.
I don't hate it. This one you don't want to touch, but I don't.
Yeah,
hate, I don't hate
the pick.
I don't hate the pick.
I've seen Baker Mayfield do so much in the last few years.
Just
and
the end of the season,
like
get
this.
into the
And
playoffs.
so
to get the
that's
home
what I'm
playoff
looking
game.
at.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't hate the picks.
You got the Bengals and the Dolphins. I like the Bengals to win this game, but
Cat Nani or C Nani. That's what it is.
yeah, no, I'll be honest with you. The Dolphins simply because they're starting a rookie quarterback.
Yeah,
I got to go with the Bengals in this one.
I picked the Dolphins.
My
early in the week,
heart
too.
want to say the Dolphins. My head is saying the Bengals, but I have this sneaky feeling that the rookie's going to come out there and just perform
Yeah.
and give us some false hope
For
that
next
he can
year,
be
about
the
two.
future.
Oh, Jesus.
So that I just have that feeling. I don't know why, and
It's
that's
valid.
the scary thing about
I
that.
picked Miami earlier in the
And
week.
US is not the future. And Miami fans, he's not the future. Miami, don't get that in your head. But he's going to put up some numbers today and have the whole Dolphin Nation
Logically,
talk about, that's the
Bengals.
future. The hell with Tua, that's the future.
So I'm gonna stick with my Dolphins pick from early in the week, but logically, people, if you're gonna try to pick the game, go with the Bengals today because they're
for
playing a
real.
rookie quarterback. Go with the Bengals.
Jaguars and the Broncos. I got to go with the Broncos. They're in Mile High. The altitude plays a factor, and they've shut me up over the last couple of weeks. Well, Bo Nix can't get it done. They keep winning.
I still pick Denver to be in the Super Bowl from the AFC this year.
It's
and I'm gonna
looking
keep riding
a
that.
lot more valid.
I'm going to keep
It's
riding
looking
that.
a lot more
I'm
valid.
going with Denver.
I'm gonna go with Denver too, but this game, the Jaguars are a sneaky quiet 10-4.
Denver,
Liam
Rams,
Cohen has
Super
been
Bowl.
as impactful as not as impactful because they had the pieces better than the Bears than Ben Johnson, but Liam Cohen to get them to 10-4 after missing the playoffs 2 years in a row, I like it.
I like this next game. The Cardinals at home taking on the Falcons. I think this is going to be a sneaky good game. I think points going to go up in this one. I'll take the Cardinals plus the 3 at home. I like the Cardinals to win this game outright.
I'm going to take Atlanta because of how Kirk Cousins has been playing.
Yeah.
And
Cardinals are a different breed in Arizona.
I know they are, but
and I know I'm gonna look back and just later on in the day I'm gonna be like, gosh darn it,
I'm taking
Atlanta.
the Cardinals. Brissett, to me, has been playing some good football.
Yeah.
He's been putting up some good numbers, and I need him to put up some fantasy numbers today.
Honestly, it's in Arizona.
I'm riding the Cardinals. And
You
it's
know
in
what?
Arizona.
I picked them earlier in the week, the Falcons, so I'll stick with it. But if I could change my pick, I absolutely would.
There's the little
I
talk about
absolutely
it.
would.
Kyler Murray, a Dolphin next year.
That's
Or
what I'm hearing.
Jet or something. But that's not a substantial improvement over Tua, though. They're about the same caliber.
A healthy Kyler Murray, I think, is better than Tua.
Well, in terms of what he offers with the scramble
legs
game,
and all
yes,
that, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But
One is a Hobbit, one is an Ewok.
a Hobbit.
You got jokes.
All right, you got the Raiders and the Texans.
Easy
Texans, no brainer right there.
That
Yeah.
defense is phenomenal.
And you could actually take the Texans to cover the 7 points in this one. I think.
Oh, man, I saw this got up for 14.5.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you're right. It's gone to 14 now. It's
14,
below.
yeah.
Yeah, take that too.
They could possibly cover that 14 against the Raiders.
I mean, if you're feeling froggy and you want to make your parlay a little, return a little higher, take that.
But their offense isn't that good, so just be wary of that, people. But their
Steelers and the
defense-
Lions, they playing at 425
In Detroit?
The
Come on.
Lions.
Detroit got too much to lose. They got to win this game.
Detroit's gonna win
I like
this game.
Detroit walking. I like him.
That
As a matter of
offense-
fact, I'll take Detroit in the points.
What's the point spread?
7.5.
I like that too. I kind of like that too because we know Steelers can't play past 1 o'clock. We know they can't play well at home on the road as opposed to at home. Yeah, give me the Lions. Jahmyr
Yeah.
Gibbs to have a huge day today.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like it.
Oh, yeah.
Patriots and the Ravens. I like the Ravens in this one.
I still think the Patriots overrated. I still think the Patriots is a fourth-place team that did what they're supposed to do against fourth-place
You could
team.
take the Patriots plus 3 if you want bet it on the parlay, but I still
Yeah.
think Baltimore wins the game.
I like Baltimore winning this game.
Give me New England to win this game.
What?
Don't question. Don't question it. Don't question it.
Okay, I
Don't
got
question
you.
it.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're
Give
doing.
me New England to win this
I see
game.
what you're doing. All right.
Handily.
I'll leave you alone on that
11-3. We're just too inconsistent on defense, and Harbaugh's not a great coach. Give me New England to win the game.
I just let you know, Clint tried that last week and it didn't work out
It
for
sure
us.
not.
Well,
Sure
I picked Cincinnati last week to beat us. We shut them out.
All
so
right. That's
All
fine.
right, let's go.
until the method fails, I'm
Keep
gonna
going,
keep
it, brother.
going.
Ride it.
So I got New England to win this game.
All right.
49ers and Colts on Monday night. I like the Niners to win, and the Colts dropped their
Fifth in a
game
row. What
and
about
dropped
my
8-7.
prediction?
You were dead
about
on
my
with that.
You sure said you've been saying that.
What about my
You've been saying, and
prediction?
I like the 49ers tomorrow.
yeah,
I just think
absolutely.
the 49ers good. I don't think the 49ers going anywhere in the playoffs, but I think this is a game they can win.
Well, they could be coached up to an NFC championship, and then they'd have a 10-point lead in it and blow it. They're that type of team.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on the 49ers. They could be a dog.
They're the type of team to do that.
I know what you mean.
And I don't need to hear Mega or Sawyer or none of them making no Eric. They're making no noise.
Megan probably
Sonic
listening.
or none of
Megan
them.
probably
Bang,
listening
bang,
right
nine
now,
again.
cussing you dirty.
So yeah, that brings us to telling you guys have a very Merry Christmas.
And a happy New Year. Be back with January
Merry
4th.
Christmas.
Yep,
Happy
January
New
4th,
Year.
and we appreciate y'all,
So
Thank
much.
you, guys.
Thank
making
you.
the press box what it is and being such supporters
Listeners
of
and fans,
it.
we appreciate y'all, man.
You know, thanks people like Muffu who's been an avid
Calling
supporter.
in, Mystery.
Muff, we
Mystery.
so appreciate
Dog.
you, Muff, and we so appreciate you, Mystery.
Oh,
Mystery.
Lord. Thank
And
you,
Big
guys.
Chief
And Big Chief.
Everybody
And
who
the- and the
contributes
texters
and
and the
calls in.
contributors.
Yes, everybody. Thank you
Everybody
so
who
much.
chimes in and texts
And
in,
you
man.
know one thing, Naughty, I found a lot of women listen to us. A lot of women listen to the Talking Heads as well as Press Box, and I want to thank them. A lot of them say they don't know nothing but sports, but between Naughty and Pearly and Starboy, we've been teaching them a lot, particularly with Talking Heads, so I just want to say thank you.
Good stuff, man. Glad they enjoy it, and everybody have a great Christmas. We'll see you this week on Talking Heads, but we'll see you on January 4th right here for the return of the Press Box. From our houses to yours, very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and enjoy it to the fullest. And may your football team win at some point over this time.
Amen. God bless.
All right, and we'll see you on January 4th right here for the Press Box. Naughty back at you, repping for the Island Game. The NFL season is upon us, and the final push is back with the Island Game, and you could win big all NFL season long. Every $20 bet made on the Island Game Sportsbook gets you registered for the grand drawing. $2,000 in September, $3,000 in October, $5,000 in November, and in December, an all-expense-paid trip to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, California. So it pays to play and win with the Island Game. The game you know, the friends you trust. And the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly.
Bahamas, are you ready for the ultimate Bud Light football experience? Buy 2 6-packs of Bud Light at any Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location or at participating liquor stores, and you're automatically entered to win. You could score an all-expense-paid trip to watch the Dolphins game live. Don't wait. Grab your Bud Light and get in the game today. Bud Light is distributed by Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, who reminds you to drink in moderation.
Hi, this is Shivago Lang, host of Z Live, wishing you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year from Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
Naughty back at you with week 16 of my NFL picks, all brought to you by the Island Game. That's where we're playing and winning all season long. And of course, you know, one lucky winner of the Island Game's big final push promotion is going to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, California. And you still have a chance to get registered. Every $20 bet you make with the Island Game is going to get you registered. For more information, simply log on to theislandgame.com. Also being brought to you by Green Parrot and Margaritaville PI. That's where we check out all the games all season long. Thursday night football, Sunday, all the action, and then, of course, Monday night football. Ice cold Bud Light specials, wings off the chain, menus off the chain at both locations, and both locations will be bringing you NFL football on Christmas Day. And Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, and win all season long with Bud Light and Jimmy's Liquor. All you have to do is purchase your Bud Light, fill out the form, and you could be a lucky winner of Bud Light's season-long promotion with Jimmy's Wines and Spirits. All right, here's who I like this week. I went 11-5 last week, making me 144, 78-1 for the season. Let's get it started with Thursday night football. I like the Seahawks over the Rams. On Saturday, I like the Eagles over the Commanders. I like the Bears over the Packers. On Sunday, I like the Chargers over the Cowboys, the Saints over the Jets, the Bills over the Browns, the Titans over the Chiefs, the Vikings over the Giants, the Panthers over the Buccaneers, the Bengals over the Dolphins, the Broncos over the Jaguars, the Cardinals over the Falcons, the Texans over the Raiders, the Lions over the Steelers, and the Ravens over the Patriots. And on Monday night, I like the 49ers over the Colts. See you next week for week 17 of my NFL picks.
What's more likely?
Never say never, but never.
All right, Christopher, what do you have over
there?
All
right, guys, happy Friday. Great to see you.
Thank
Still
you.
Buzzing from the game last
Unbelievable.
night.
Awesome
Unbelievable.
stuff. Game of the year.
Who's more likely to win the NFC, Rams or Seahawks or the field?
Well, I mean, the Seahawks, all they got to do is go to Carolina, win that game, and all they do is go to the East Coast and win football games. And then go to San Francisco and win that one.
I'm talking about going to the Super Bowl. One of those two teams we saw, or anybody else?
Oh, man. How do I not take the field here, man?
Oh, I thought you'd go the other way.
No, but I mean, the Packers can absolutely be the 1 seed.
Not if Josh Jacobs isn't healthy.
The 49ers could absolutely be the 1 seed.
That's true. Good. They could. But are they going to go to the Super Bowl?
I just got to take the field. It's too deep.
Man.
It's too deep. It's too deep. It's too deep.
Defending champs, part of the
But
field.
I think the Seahawks are going to take the 1 seed, though. I do believe. Unless the Niners go.
Right, unless.
I know. It's not over yet. And I'm sure Mike McDonald is going to say that in the top of hour number 3.
Yeah.
But what they've done is beyond impressive, and I can't imagine they're not. I mean, I can't imagine that they're not going to. I mean, if Denver eviscerates Jacksonville, do I make them atop my power rankings?
Probably.
Because I have Denver above Seattle right now.
Pretty good.
But Mike McDonald has done an outstanding job in his first forays as Seattle head
After
coach.
winning 10 games last year and missing the playoffs.
What else you got over there?
I'm going to
Chris?
need a huge day from this guy to survive guillotine this week. Josh Allen, guys. What's more likely? Josh Allen has more total yards and touchdowns, or the entire Browns offense has more total yards and touchdowns?
You know what? The Browns defense is no joke, pal. I know that they just got beat up in Chicago. I understand
That's
that.
Josh Allen, though.
I understand what it is.
Yeah. Superman. MVP.
How do I not go an entire National Football League team at home? I'm just gonna
because it's Josh Allen.
I understand. I'm zagging today. You think I'm
You are,
zigging?
you
I'm
are.
zagging. I'm going entire Browns offensive yards and
really?
touchdowns.
All
Yeah.
right, can't quit Shador. I get it.
So So we're not including James Cook in this.
No, this is just literally Josh
All right,
Allen.
Very good. I'll take an
Josh
entire
Allen
team against
passing and
one
rushing
guy.
yards and how many touchdowns
I will take an
against the whole
entire team
Browns.
against one guy. All right. So go the other way. Go the other way. That's fine. That's fine.
You're probably right. You're probably right. Yeah. But the fact that you've got to think this hard
Of
about it
course.
tells you something.
It's It's respectful of Josh Allen or Brockman being disrespectful of the Browns.
Both things could be true.
Both things are happening right now.
Chris?
I can't lie to that. All right, a massive Sunday night game. This got flexed. Our first flex of the year, right? Patriots, Ravens.
Oh, massive flex.
Future Hall of Fame running back to have the longest run on Sunday night. Travion Henderson or Derrick Henry?
Good one, Chris. I'll go Travion Henderson.
Future Hall of Famer, Travion Henderson.
Jeez, this guy over there.
It says it right on the graphic. I'm not making this
Hold on
up.
a second.
Oh, it does.
Do you understand?
Holy crap, it does say that.
Oh my
It says it right on
God!
the
Future
graphic.
Hall of Fame
What do you
running
mean?
back to have longest run.
It says it right on the graphic. I had nothing to do with that.
Chris, we're not often on linear cable, but you need to make a best first impression or second impression or
Well,
how
this is
many
going to get
impressions.
aggregated anyway, so it's totally fine.
Future Hall of Fame running back. Then I'll go Derrick Henry, unless you want to remove that.
You already gave your answer.
No,
You
Mike Hoskins.
said-
No. Bill's Mafia hunk of the Rich Eisen show.
You
According to
said-
producer Mike Hoskins, who has control of the graphics, put appropriately quotes around future.
You
NFL
answered Travion already.
So I will say Travion Henderson will have the longest run, and you being massholey about it is not the reward I deserve for me to go Ohio State and give you what you want at the same time.
I snuck it by you. You guys missed it.
But Travion Henderson has been a home run hitter.
Home run.
I just don't need him hitting home runs this week.
Oh, because you're going against him?
Oh, interesting.
And
I
okay.
picked up Derrick Henry.
What else you got?
Backup quarterback thrust into the starting role, more likely to throw for more yards and touchdowns. Gardner Minshew or Quinn Ewers this week?
Oh, God. Oh, my gosh.
I mean, those guys are starting games in 2025.
I think that's an easy.
I'm going Gardner Minshew.
I knew you.
I'm going to look at how
It's
come on,
definitely
this man shows up in Arrowhead with a Burt Reynolds.
I mean, I
Smokey
do.
and
I
the
am very
Bandit
jealous
shirt
of that T-shirt.
with that look.
I'm very jealous.
How do you not say
very jealous
this?
of that whole look,
How do you
honestly.
not? How do you say this man is not going to go ball out? How dare you?
Oh.
How dare you?
well,
watch
I
the
mean,
Raiders.
Felly
How dare you?
saw him with the Raiders.
How dare you?
got behind
and
him
plus,
and it
how dare
hurt.
you? Gardner Minshew started way more games in the National Football League than Quinn Ewers. Come on.
He's a backup.
Okay.
I don't know, I'm just saying.
What else, Chris?
More
Gardner
likely-
Minshew with the Chiefs.
I say Quinn Brockman.
Huge game in the AFC
Okay.
this weekend.
Noted.
Team you have the more faith in to win multiple playoff games, Jaguars or Broncos?
Oh, come on now. You're going to make me disrespect Duval? Is what you're going to make me do
I
here?
did kind of set you up for that.
The Denver Broncos are the one seed in the AFC, and they have played the terrific football.
Trevor Lawrence has won a playoff game.
I understand that. I think I think the Broncos will win the one seed, and they're going to have to play fewer games.
But that's not the question.
I understand what your question is. I will just say the Broncos on the answer to that question.
Okay.
But I've been really good to Duval this week, and now you've ruined it.
I didn't ruin it. You had a choice. You made
No,
a choice.
You
made a choice.
You put me in this
could have
box.
said-
You
You
forced
could
his
have said
hand.
Jacksonville in
Who's
this
in a
question.
box? I'm in a box.
Now you are.
All right, a few more. I was on one.